This is the Drive-By Night Show. We do this every Thursday on TikTok from 8 till 11 p.m. Central Time. It is a drive-around, call-in talk show. Here's the number right there, 402-853-8436. The phone line is open, and it always seems to take a few minutes for the first person to call. But once they do, the phone just doesn't quit ringing. So we just got to wait for that brave first caller to kind of kick the show off and get us going here. This is the seventh official week that I've been doing this in a row. So it's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate everyone coming back or seeing this for the first time. Thank you very much. If you want to watch archives of the show, I put them up on YouTube at All the Rides. All the past episodes from the show are up there. And then I even turned the darn thing into a podcast now. You can check it out on Spotify. Just search Drive-By Night Show and it'll pop up. Our first call for the night is from New York. Drive-By Night Show, how are you? Hey, what's going on? Hello?
Casey,
The what?
I fell off again.
Okay, that sounds like a good night. What else is going on?
I'm saying I fell around Titanic and a submarine.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Well, anything else you want to say?
Thinking it's my talent. It's a little hard to get on my pants.
Okay, well, thank you so much for calling. Have a great night. I couldn't. Can anybody understand that? I couldn't understand that. It was either like a 4-year-old kid or somebody acting like a 4-year-old kid, and I honestly couldn't figure it out. So I just kind of had to get rid of it there and just move on. So we got California on the line. Drive-By Night Show, how are you? Hey, what's going on?
Nothing, just chilling.
All right, guys, that sounds good. Just doing some TikTok tonight, then.
What was that?
Just doing some TikTok.
No, I'm just looking through TikTok.
Okay. Is this your first time seeing the show?
Yeah, I just swiped on your video.
Okay, right on. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just do this every Thursday. I just kind of drive around, put up the phone number, and just get calls and just talk to people. So it's just kind of something I do. Anything you want to talk about tonight?
Hold on.
No?
No, nothing really. I just wanted to call to see if
No, that's cool. That's cool. A lot of people just call to see if it's real. I don't mind. Well, thank you, though, for calling, and have a good one.
Rico, eat my ass.
Okay, we kind of got spam there at the end, but that guy didn't have anything to say, and it's fine. A lot of people just want to call in, just see, is this real, you know? And it's real because we got Georgia calling now, and we'll just answer it. Drive-By Night Show, how are you?
Hey, can I get on, or?
You're on right now, man. What's going on?
Oh, really?
Yeah, for real.
Okay, hold on.
What's on your mind?
You like Wendy's?
I do like Wendy's. What do you like to get at Wendy's?
Wendy's nuts in your mouth.
Okay. Now is that? I heard they took that off the menu. Is that true? I tried to order it the other day, and they were like, "Dude, get the hell out of here!" So they were kind of pissed that they like had to take that off the menu. Everyone wanted it that bad, you know.
I think that's their number one. Thanks,
okay.
man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why would they take that off the menu, man? That was like their number one seller, and they're just losing out on money at this point.
I know, man.
That's cool.
I
That's cool,
appreciate
man.
it.
No, I don't hate it, man. That's actually fun. I appreciate it too,
All right.
man. So,
Have a good night.
all right,
man.
you
Thanks.
too. Thank you. Okay, we got there we go. A little Wendy's humor. I think he wanted me to take it worse than I did, but I don't hate it. We got Alabama on the line. Drive-by night show. How are you?
All right, what's going on, man?
Not much. What's up with you tonight?
I don't know. You chilling and riding around, or what are you doing?
That's what I'm doing. This is called the drive.
Before.
Yeah, it's called the Drive-by Night Show, and I just kind of drive around in circles and just take phone calls and just talk to people about
You
whatever.
ain't stalking people, are
No. Just talking with people.
you? Yeah, why don't you go driving by Trump's house and give him a big fuck you for me?
You know, if I was anywhere near him, oh, there you go. He just hung up. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, show's off to an interesting start here. I feel like let's just keep this thing going. You know, why the heck not? But so far, it's got a little it's got a little something to it, doesn't it? Okay, we got Tennessee on the line. Drive-by Night Show. How are you?
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good tonight. What are you up to?
Nothing. I've been eating out with my friends tonight.
Okay, where'd you go out to eat?
We went out to some burger shop.
Okay, you just got a burger or a burger and fries?
Got burgers, fries, and
Okay.
root beer.
Or root beer, okay. Was it good?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. I mean, it's hard to beat a good burger and fries, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, it's about one of the best meals out there.
Yep.
Okay. Well, was there a special occasion that you went out, or you just like, whatever, we're hungry, let's just go eat?
Yeah. Just whatever.
Okay, sounds good. You got big plans for the weekend?
Not really.
Okay.
I might join a football team.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Have you ever played football before, or this first time?
First time.
Okay. That's you're not sure. You're just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I played football. It's good. You know, it's keeps you in shape, and it kind of teaches you how to be tough too. You know, once you take a few hits, it's like, this is no big deal. I can take hits all the time. You know, so I don't mind it.
Yeah. Well, I'll just call him.
Okay, that's cool. Anything else you want to say tonight?
No, not really.
All right, cool. Thank you for calling, and have a good one.
You too.
Cheers.
Bye.
Okay, so that was Tennessee calling, thinking about playing football. Phone line is open. Let's see, 402-853-8436. I think I'll try and get caught up with the chat. Never mind. We got Kansas on the line. Drive-by Night Show. How are you?
Good. What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. Just kind of driving around in circles right now, to be honest, and taking a few phone calls. So what's up with you?
Not much, man. Just hanging out. I've been wanting to call for a few weeks, and
Okay.
I always tell my wife I'm going to, but I never do. But here I am.
All right. So you did it, and you know it wasn't that hard. You know, you just dial a few numbers, and it's no big deal. So now
That's right. It's a breakthrough.
it is a breakthrough. We can use this to catapult us into the next month.
Absolutely. That's right. March forward, huh?
Yes, sir. I like that. So, well, now that you're here, what's on your mind?
Not much. Just hanging out. I'm just laughing at the Wendy's guy, and the guy wants you to drive by Trump's house. I just figured I'd give you just a normal guy to call for a sec and say what's up.
I appreciate that, because sometimes this show can start to go off the rails and end up in places. And it was like I just started it. Like I literally just started it, and I got Wendy's guy, like you said, and then Trump guy, and I'm just like, oh man, this is gonna be one of those nights. It feels like out here.
Usually we sit around and just, come on, first caller, who's it going to be? But not tonight. They got off to a start.
They got off to a real quick start, but I look at that as a positive sign to this thing that it's working. You know, that we don't have to sit around and wait a few minutes for the first call to come in. You know.
That's right. They say that bad publicity is better than none. You know.
It's true. It's very, very true. So I'll take it. You know, as long as they keep letting me do this, I'll keep doing it.
Good deal. All right. Well, just gonna call and say, hey, if I'm gonna hop off, let someone else jump on.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right. No problem. You too. See ya.
See ya. Okay. So there you go. There was Kansas just kind of calling in just to say, hi, let's just calm things down here a little bit. Just a quick, easy, pleasant call, and I'm fine with that too. We'll have plenty of time for obnoxious ones later, I'm sure. We got Colorado calling. Drive-by Night Show, how are you? All right, Colorado didn't want any of that. So they're out of there. Phone line is open. I think I'm going to try and get caught up with the chat here real quick and pull over. Let's see what we got. This is the Drive-by Night Show if you're just joining us. And we're having a hard time getting caught up with the chat because Connecticut is on the line. Drive-by Night Show, how are you? Hello? Connecticut.
Hello.
Hello?
How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you doing tonight?
Good, you?
Excellent. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing pretty good, sir.
Okay, what are you up to tonight?
Nothing, just hanging out with my buddies.
Well, okay, how many buddies? 2, 3, 6?
4.
4 buddies, and you guys are just watching me talk on the phone to people?
Yep, very, very funny.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you know any jokes?
Or no, not really.
Okay. Well, what's on your mind tonight?
Or nothing much. Do you know any joke?
No. I can never remember them. I'm just not very good at it.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, so you know what I mean then. Anything else you'd like to say tonight?
Oh, just have a good night, sir.
Have
a good night.
You do the same. Thank you so much for calling.
You too.
Okay. I apologize if that was his real accent, but something's telling me it's not. Okay, we got bro. His audio is on a toaster. I think that was referring to the first call. Hey, from Mississippi, just stopping in to show you some love. I appreciate that. We got Colorado trying again. Drive-by Night Show, how are you?
Hi. No way, I made it on.
Yeah, well, hey, how are you tonight? What's going on?
Oh, man, I'm doing great.
Awesome.
A few things I wanted to mention for the show.
Let's do it.
I wanted to bring up Xbox's issue right now.
Okay.
That's kind of pissed me off. I don't know if you know anything about their servers being down.
No. Clue me in and everyone else. What's going on?
Yeah, man. So I just got off work like 3 hours ago. I wanted to get home, try out the new season of Warzone, and I couldn't because, I don't know, but their servers are flooded. So it's all shut down.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of bullcrap.
Do they have any explanation for it, or it's just kind of randomly happened?
No, they're not saying anything about it. So I don't
Yikes.
know.
Yeah, who knows, huh? Yeah, I guess anybody's guess is as good as anyone else's then.
Yeah, I wanted to say there's this podcast on Apple Podcasts,
Okay.
and it's called The Apology Line, and it's kind of like the same setup as what you got going on, where this guy, he puts flyers out on the street, and with his number, and people call in confessions. And I thought
That's that's pretty good idea. I like that idea.
Yeah, and so he got some crazy confessions on there, like murders and stuff.
Yeah.
Most of them he didn't believe, but there was a couple that really just kind of shook him, and he got a bunch of death threats and stuff. So it was kind of crazy. So I hope you're not getting any death threats.
Nah, but I'm telling you though, you put your phone number out here, and you really kind of open yourself up to garbage and stuff like that. You know, it's just kind of part of the deal. You get some nice callers. You get some like I've had a few voicemails with some pretty ridiculous things that people said on the voice. Didn't have the courage to say it, over the air, but they definitely did on a voicemail,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm going to let you go. I just want to let you this is a really cool thing you got going on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, and thanks for letting me know about that podcast. I'm definitely gonna check that out and see, like kind of like their format. I just like to see how other people do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bye.
All right, have a good one. Okay, that was. I think I just hung up on someone. Sorry about that. That was Colorado calling in, talking about a podcast. Guy puts up flyers and takes people's, confessions or whatever on the phone. I'm like, that's a pretty interesting idea. You're opening yourself up to a whole can of worms, though. We got Florida on the line. Drive-by Night Show, how are you?
I remember you.
You remember me? Okay. What do you remember about me?
Geez. The Hershey's thingamajig.
Is that you?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You found a job?
Nope. 18 days.
You have 18 days is your deadline.
18 days until I have to get a job.
So this is like where we're talking like March 15th. Is that the deadline?
Exactly. That is
Okay.
my birthday, and my mom is making me get a job.
On your actual birthday is the deadline?
I really hope not.
Okay. Okay. So what? So how's the week been? Any hunting? Like any ideas? Take me through it.
No, not really.
Okay. Well, there you go. I don't know what to tell you then. I can't give you any advice if you haven't looked into any places.
So what's today's call going to be about? Last week was totally surprised.
It was
What's today's about?
It's a great question, but it's something that you can't predict or force. It kind of has to be organic. It just has to happen. But you're telling me that chili cheese fries conversation last week was just amazing. It was like one of my favorite things ever.
I watched a YouTube video about it too.
I know you made a comment on it too, and I appreciate that. Yeah. So thank you for that. But there you go. What was it like hearing your voice on YouTube?
Technology does not like my voice whatsoever.
You gotta understand that everybody else hears your voice that way. It only sounds weird to you. Just if you do it enough, you just get used to it. And at this point, I don't even care what my voice sounds like. I'm just kind of used to it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Anything else going on tonight?
Video games. Going to see my dad tomorrow.
Okay, what's he doing?
I don't know yet.
Okay, all right, man. Well, all right. So 18 days. I want weekly updates at this point, taking us through those 18 days. And
only my birthday was on a Thursday.
Only if. Yeah, you're right. Well, we probably can't.
It has to be Monday, the worst week of the month, or the worst day of the month.
Well, you'll get it out of the way, and then your next birthday will be closer to Friday, and it's just kind of it just happens. Some years your birthday's just on a Monday.
And I swear to God, if I have to go to school on my birthday, I'm going to be mad.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you. You're probably gonna have to go to school on your birthday.
Did you hear about everybody extending the school year?
No. I haven't been to school in a long time. I don't. What are they saying?
I only get 6 weeks of summer vacation because of the extending the school year.
Oh man, that's rough. I wouldn't like that at all. You got.
The only time I don't like living in a Republican state.
This is the Republicans doing.
I'm in Florida, yeah.
Okay.
DeSantis.
Okay. Well, I don't. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm sorry. One day you'll be done with school. You'll never have to go back again. And let me tell you, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, about when I'm about 25, because I'm going to go in the Army, get my medical degree there,
Okay.
then get out, then go to college for medical, and then become an.
Okay. You got a plan.
Yep. Same plan last week.
You just got to get a job in the immediate though before college and all that stuff happens.
I also have to make a blanket that keeps the cold in.
That's true. Just do that, man. Just do that, and you don't have to get any job. That's what I'm saying. A good invention's worth so much more than a good job and a college diploma.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Will you call me back and give me some updates in the next couple of weeks?
You'll probably see me again at some point tonight.
Oh, all right. Well, you call me later then. How about that?
I'll call back if I have any good ideas.
All right, buddy. I thank you again for calling. I appreciate. I got Georgia coming in.
All right.
All right.
Good one.
We'll see you. Okay, we got Georgia. Drive by night show. How are you? Hello?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man?
Not much. Just chilling tonight. What are you up to?
Nothing much, just doing some homework.
Oh, what are you studying?
I'm doing some psychology.
Okay. I never minded. Psychology is kind of interesting. Do you like the class?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's worse classes than that. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you like tulips?
Do I like tulips?
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say yes, but what's the punchline?
Because you're going to love your tulips.
Yeah. And you couldn't even finish it. You were laughing too much there, kiddo. You got to just get that joke out there next time. Prepare a little bit before you call. Okay, we got back at the chat. It says, but bro always seems like he's in a rush on the phone. I don't know if you're talking about me or somebody else. I have no idea. We got, where are you that it's snowing? It's not snowing. It's just snow on the ground from weeks ago. We got Missouri on the line. Drive by night show. How are you? No, Missouri. No, I don't know. They just hung up or something. Here they are again. Let's try it one more time. Drive by night show. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right tonight. What's going on?
You might remember me about the pipeline guy.
I do remember you. You called in on the, I think it might have been even the very first show that I did.
Yeah, I believe so. It is.
Okay.
Well, how have you been?
I've been good. This is my 7th week doing it now. At this point, I kind of got sick in the middle and felt like crap for a few weeks, but kind of came out on the other end and feeling a lot better. So we're just pushing through at this point.
That's
what you got to do, right?
Yeah, I got to do what I do.
Okay. Well, what's new with you?
Well, I'm a fireman now, so it's
Okay.
been really great.
What? Oh, good. What? It's weird hours. What hours do you work on that job?
I'm on call at any time. I'm a volunteer fireman, actually.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember, like, I've known some people that have been, over the years, and they'd work like three days on and then have like 4 days off, and then like 4 days on and 3 days off, and just kind of a schedule like that.
Yeah. I'm volunteer, so
Okay.
I'm always on call. Like, no matter what, we do medical calls, motor vehicle accidents, fires.
So have you had to pick up and go to an emergency in the middle of the night yet?
Yeah, we actually had one last night, actually.
Okay. Was it serious or just more of a minor thing?
It was a really serious call. We had to call in our whole entire county, actually,
Okay.
for mutual aid, for water and manpower and everything else.
Yeah. And was it, I don't know, were you nervous about it? Was it kind of like exciting, or is it just like, oh, this is just my job, I just have to do this?
Pretty much all three.
Okay. Do you think that'll ever just wear off, and you'll just be like, somebody that's been doing that for 20 years, certainly they can't get nervous about going into someplace.
Well, my dad's been a fireman for 15 years.
Okay.
And he's always told me, if you're not scared going into a fire to put it out, then why are you even there?
Yeah.
Because anything could happen at you at any point. You could be in a brick building and bricks start falling on your head, and it'd be kind of scary.
Yeah. No, I agree though, but being scared like that though, it kind of like heightens your senses and makes you more aware of your surroundings. Do you agree?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that's
Oh, yeah,
what
make sure-
I think that's what he's saying. You know, it's like if you go in there half asleep and it's like, oh, I've done this 1,000 times, the likelihood of you getting hurt is greater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're not paying attention to your surroundings, something could blow up in your face and seriously hurt you or kill you in the heat of the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right on. Like, so is this something you've wanted to do your whole life?
Oh yeah, pretty much my whole life.
Good. Good. I like it. It sounds like a good job, and sounds like you're not stuck behind some desk doing something you don't want to do.
Oh yeah, just yesterday actually, I got home from school about 10 minutes after school. We got a big old structure fire. We had to call in.
Okay.
That got called in, and it was an all-nighter actually.
Oh wow. So you what, like till the sun was rising, or?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well,
We,
yeah.
the call, we got there around 3:05 ish, and it was pretty much a blaze. And we were there for 8 hours pretty much, and they kind of sent us home for a little resting. And they called different counties in to cover it up. Not really cover it up, but help out. So we kind of get our rest in,
Okay.
and we went back at it again. It was put out completely, and then it rekindled itself. And yeah, it kind of got a little worse after that.
Okay. But everybody was fine. Everybody made it out safe and all that.
Oh yeah, it was abandoned. It was an old abandoned ice house.
I see. How did it start then? How did something like a fire start there?
We're not really sure yet. There's whole different possibilities that it could happen. Arson,
Yeah.
electrical fire, homeless people living inside of it trying to get sort of trash fire, trying to get warm.
Sure.
Could be a million different things. You never know.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. You know, I just guess I didn't know if there was something like an obvious reason why it started.
Oh.
You know.
Oh yeah, I understand.
No worries, man. Well, anything else on your mind tonight?
Just not just can you say hi? I thought you might remember me.
I do. I totally do, and it's like I've only been I have a pretty good memory, so I feel like I would remember anyway. But it's like I wonder if I keep doing this for a long time, if I'll start to like forget stuff after a while. You know, it'll just start to blur together.
You may remember a few big moments they have through the TikTok thing.
Yeah, there's certain things you can never forget. You know, whether you want to or not.
Yeah, and I think all the prank calls that you get are kind of stupid. If you just,
yeah. It's just part of it. You know, I get it.
Yeah.
If a certain different time in my life, if I saw this number up, I would totally prank call the crap out of it. I used to call this guy. They used to have like public access television shows, like back in the day, that anybody could do. And this guy would record him and put his phone number up there. And he just wanted to talk about politics. But like literally everyone would just prank call this guy. And like now as an adult, I kind of feel bad for him, because like he wanted to have like serious discussions, and like all anybody wanted to do was prank call him, you know. So, and I did it all the time to the guy, so I deserve it if anybody prank calls me.
yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's all fun and giggles, but someone starts doing it to you, and you kind of feel bad for it. And
It's true. But it's okay. Like if I put my number up there, you know, it's like, yeah, it's just part of it. But really, but it's okay, because it balances itself out. You know, like there's been a lot of good calls as well. So.
oh yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for checking in. I got Oklahoma's buzzing like crazy here.
All right, go see you, man.
Yeah, have a good
All right.
one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Drive-by night show. How are you? Drive-by night show. How are you?
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going pretty good tonight. What's going on with yourself?
It could be better, not gonna lie.
All right. Well, what's been happening?
So, I came home, and I come to find out my wife slept with my neighbor who has a Pringles can dick.
Your wife Slept with a Pringles can.
No, our neighbor has a Pringles can, Dick.
Well, see, how can you compete with that though? Because I'm guessing you don't.
No, man.
Okay. Well, what are you gonna do?
Probably just gonna smash him.
Okay. Maybe that's the only thing you can do. Because now that she's tasted that, giving it a whirl, you can't even compare.
Yeah.
I feel for you. Something similar like that happened to me a few years ago, and you got to just move on.
Thanks, man.
You sound broken up. Are you going to be okay tonight? Do you need?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you have somebody there with you? Make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Well, if you need anything later, you call me. And if you want me to come over there, I'll go over to that guy's house with you.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, man. Hey, have a good one. See ya.
You too.
Okay. We had Pringles can. The neighbor. Let's see. We got 408. Rico sent some fire and some presents. We got I can't get through. Prank calls, please. Where's location? Okay, we got New York calling. How's it going tonight, man?
How's it going?
It's going.
You know what?
It's going good.
That last guy?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that was some impressive acting. I mean, the amount of effort it took for him to not bust out laughing.
Yeah.
Because he needs to go talk to somebody. I don't know if he lives on either of the coasts, but man, get in touch with your local theater or something.
It's true. It's true. And it was like kind of for me. It was like if somebody starts just laughing right away, I kind of get annoyed.
It breaks it.
Yeah,
exactly.
It ruins it, and it's like you got to be prepared if you're going to call in with that type of call. And he was ready to go.
I mean, the script could have been better, but
the script could have been better because once I kind of played along with it, he kind of ran out of material.
Yeah, exactly. No, you need to be prepared. It's like I was watching this one TikTok, and this chick was saying like, "Oh, well, you have to have questions prepared for the interview. You can't just, to get a job, you can't just say, oh, no, I don't have any questions for you,' because it kind of makes you look, unprepared and not interesting. But the one guy who actually has questions of the 20 people who's going to interview, you're going to, remember you. So there's a little tip for you, but you need to be prepared for further steps. I'm not saying spend an hour to write a script prank calling you every Thursday.
Right. No, but if you're gonna do it, do it right.
Exactly.
So yeah, but it was fine. Have you been listening to the show tonight? It kind of started off kind of like that too tonight, just kind of all over the place.
I think TikTok has started to realize that I enjoy coming on the live stream every Thursday. So I was scrolling, completely forgot it was Thursday, and then your live show. I was like, oh, it's Thursday.
I love it.
Oh, one thing I did want to ask you is, what if you could give it a rating? Your show here, what kind of rating? Are we talking PG, PG-13?
I mean,
R?
I think it's R.
Okay.
Because I just don't know what people are gonna say, and it's like I don't want to hang up on everybody if they want to make a prank call like that guy did, because that's kind of fun. I don't mind that stuff.
You need to break it up,
Yeah, I agree, but it's like I don't know what anybody's gonna say, so I'm just saying this is an R-rated show just because it's you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, 100%. You need to have some what's it called? Flexibility.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, there are kids watching, and you can't really put
I think
18 plus on the top.
I think I had a 4-year-old call me right when the show started tonight, but they don't even have a system like that on TikTok, do they?
No. Well, I mean, you could put this is for 17 and up, 18 and up, whatever.
Yeah, but then you're going to get younger kids are going to watch it just because they're curious,
That's true. I guess what you have to do is you just have to be incredibly boring. Was it 6 seconds? 6 seconds of boring. All right, we're going to wait for the kids to leave by being really boring.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have thought about starting an hour later. Because really when I'm doing this at 8 o'clock my time, it's 6 o'clock on the West Coast,
Uh-huh.
you know. And so if I started at 9 o'clock my time, would it be like 10 o'clock your time? You know, I feel like we would start to lose a little bit of that crowd, you know. As they're listening to me say that right now.
Yeah, due to COVID, though, like, everybody's doing remote learning and stuff, so I don't know that that's necessarily something that you could predict, because, you know, kids are staying up later anyways, because, you know, oh, I don't have to go into school Monday to Wednesday.
Yeah.
So what's the point of sticking to that schedule if, you know, I can just get up later? Because kids are supposed to wake up later anyway.
Oh.
The whole waking up at, you know, as early in the morning makes no sense.
Yeah, I suppose, and it's not like they have to get ready to go anywhere either. So
Yeah, they're home.
all right, that makes sense.
So what is your prediction for the end of the pandemic? Because I know I've seen some predictions for October. I've seen some for July, because, you know, Biden was like, oh, by the end of July we'll have the COVID, you know, the vaccines all distributed. I think it's going to be hard for them to cover everybody from April. I think that everybody's going to be available to get it in April to the end of July. I think there's just too many people to cover. I mean, you got to get, like, what, 150 million Americans or 150 more doses, 300 million more doses out there. It's just not going to happen. In how many months is that? 4 or 3 months time?
Yeah. No, I like October. That sounds reasonable to me, and it's like, but what do we do? Let's say somebody got the vaccine, you know, 2 months ago. Is that still going to be viable and useful by October, or is the effectiveness?
I don't think it's going to evolve. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to evolve, or at least the virus is not going to evolve any more than it has dramatically, at least, that the vaccine wouldn't be effective, you know? And I know they're probably done developing it. It's probably done.
Yeah.
Probably just monitoring to make sure it still works.
Well, no, I guess I'm saying, let's say somebody got the vaccine in January. By October, will their body still be producing those antibodies from the vaccine?
Well, your body does that forever. I mean, it's the same reason the chickenpox vaccine works, you know?
I don't know, though, because I kind of see this as like a flu shot as well. Like,
oh, that's true.
You know?
Well, I mean, you know, one thing that we do know is the way that the COVID enters the cell hasn't changed. And if you get that one vaccine that blocks the receptors and you can't catch it, like you literally can't, like it'll be in your body, but it'll just die pretty much. It can't affect anything. That is going to be probably the best bet, in my opinion. I mean, it's new technology. Who knows?
All right.
We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, you know, for right now, masks it is.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, like, I guess I'm kind of feeling like, you know, it's like, if everybody can get the vaccine, you know, whatnot, all kind of in like a group, and then we all like go outside at the same time, and it's like the virus has nowhere to go, and wouldn't it just like die off, because it's got to have a host at that point?
Well, in a perfect world, everybody would have stayed home for 6 weeks, and then there would be no virus at all.
It's true. Well, yeah, I mean, sure, but you know,
that's what they did in New Zealand.
Yeah, no, I know.
They don't have masks.
No, I know, and it's crazy, isn't it?
I think so. But you know what? I don't think people are, even if, like, the whole government gets on the TV tomorrow and says, you know, oh, you know, it's completely eradicated. You know, we did this and this. Here's the proof that there's no cases out there anymore. You guys can stop wearing masks. I think people, at least, you know, older people and people that are still skeptic about it are still going to be wearing masks. I mean, I asked my assistant, or he's not my manager, I asked him if he thinks, or, you know, if that happened tomorrow, would he still wear his mask? I said, absolutely, for at least a little bit, because, you know, I'm not 100% sure that that's actually what's going to happen.
Yeah. No.
But for sure, I know that the travel industry is going to explode, so put your money in Norwegian Cruise Line right now, because
it's not a bad idea, actually.
It's going to explode. Yeah. It's bigger than GameStop. Everyone's going to, like, fighting over cruise tickets.
Yeah, you're right. Do you think cruise will be the big thing, or airlines?
Well, airlines, of course, because more people. I mean, if you're going on a cruise, like where you live, right? Where's the like? If you wanted to fly to Miami to do a Caribbean cruise, you still got to fly to Miami. You know, you're not going to drive from Nebraska to freaking Miami. You know what I mean?
It's impossible.
So you, either one, you know, both would be best.
Yeah, I find that interesting. You know, I just. It's hard to anticipate like certain things like that, like what to invest in or whatever. But this one is actually pretty darn clear, cut and dry. It's like, yeah, the travel industry. Everybody's going to be itching to go. Because it's like, I don't know about you, but like my monthly budget, like I don't spend as much money every month as I used to because I don't go anywhere. You know, so it's like yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I just feel like there is a good portion. I know people are out of work and have lost jobs and all that. Believe me, I know, but I still feel like there's a good portion of the population that's probably saved a lot more money in the last year than they did in previous years. Hello?
Can you hear me?
No.
Okay, cool. What was I going to say? I completely forgot. That just jumped my train of thought.
Okay.
Other than the travel. Oh, so I saw this other prediction video that said it's going to be akin to like the Roaring 20s because we're going to have economic boom and stuff, and everybody's going to, because everybody's so, ready to go out to the bars and stuff,
Yeah.
it's probably going to just explode.
Yeah. And then you legalize marijuana on a federal level the first day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to be insane.
Wouldn't it?
Everybody's going to be smoking pot everywhere.
But you got to do it, though. You got to do it to make this economy just like go through the roof after this.
It's going to be great.
Year,
And then we're going to go do another Great Depression. It's going to be amazing. I'm just kidding. I hope not. That would suck.
Who knows? But, yeah, whatever.
So, I thought for the longest time that my store was going to close because we weren't getting any shipments, and I just, accredited it to, Texas not knowing how to drive in 3 inches of snow, because that's where our warehouse is. But I think that it's actually going to close because we still haven't gotten any. Texas is defrosting, and when I opened the email today for the store-wide email, so everybody can see it, I saw something about liquidation. So I think that I'm not going to be working in Comac for some time. Not Comac, just, like the location that I work at.
Yeah.
Close to Comac. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. That's interesting.
Okay. Well, we were talking about, we were like looking at another job anyway, weren't you?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. If they're going to move me to another store, because there's no way they're going to fire me or lay me off because I make too much money for the company, if they move me to another store where I don't have to deal with this, asshole, forgive me, yeah, I might stay. Because, honestly, it's a really chill job. And I enjoy talking to people, clearly. And that's the majority of my job is just sitting here and talking to people.
Okay. About video games.
It would be great, I mean, it's too bad I don't make commission. Could you imagine if I made commission? I wouldn't have any money issues.
Right on, man. I hear you. It's like, yeah, that perfect job's out there somewhere like that.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm hoping that college is easy. No, and I told you last time that I was going to drive to Virginia, so I did. I did drive to Virginia.
All right, went okay? Got some smokes?
Yeah, no, it was crazy, man. The carton here is like $120, and it's literally half price there.
Right.
But anyways, no, I found out that I could do 450 miles to a tank if I'm doing 75, 80 the whole way, which is not bad. I mean, 80 miles an hour is not an efficient speed, and 450 miles is kind of a big distance. So it's one way.
Yeah.
So I only had to fill up once, which is pretty cool. And I have to do it again on the second.
Okay.
I went to go get a family member. Her brother passed away. It was an interesting funeral, but that's why I had to drive to Virginia. So there's that.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else going on?
No, I think that's it. Just another drive on Tuesday. So I'll definitely give you a call and tell you, I'm so tired of driving on Thursday, next Thursday.
Right on. Sounds good. You should do it. Take that drive on a Thursday sometime, then you can do the phone call while you're driving.
In the car. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
we could be both in a car. Except you don't drive most of the shows. You sit there in your car in a parking lot.
I drive, and then I pull over, and then I'm like, I don't want to drive anymore. You know what I mean? So I kind of do it to myself.
Do you get, food and, eat as well, or do you do that, beforehand?
Just do it before and or after, Just I
Because
kind
you
of
can't
prepare.
just...
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't eat while you're talking. It was wonderful.
No, that wouldn't be professional.
All right, well, I'm sure plenty of people are typing next in the chat. So
no worries, buddy. Always good talking with you.
Of course.
All right, we'll see you. Take care.
Drive safe. Peace.
Yep, bye. Okay, that was a regular call. We got 99 plus messages in the chat, and you won't let me get to them because Georgia just has to be heard. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's the Wendy's guys. It's the Wendy's guys.
All right. Wait. What you got? You got another zinger?
No, I actually just wanted to like have a normal comment. So,
What's up?
what are you like? Obviously, you're in the northern states. I was wondering like your sports teams. Like, where do you stand on that?
It's tough, you know, because like where I live, we don't have a pro team at all. Like it's so the is that what you're talking about? Pro teams or just like anything in general?
Well, I mean, what's your teams then? Because like,
Just college.
you don't call it. Who do you root for?
The Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm an Ohio State fan. So.
Okay, Buckeyes. There you go.
Little rivalry there.
A little. In what really? You know,
I mean,
if you mean by the Buckeyes creaming them every year, if you call that a rivalry.
Like screaming them all the time. Yeah. Dude, on like Fanatics Sports. Like the web.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of them?
No. I'll pretend I have not though.
Oh, they're like affiliated with the NFL. I think they have a lot of NCAA stuff too. But
Okay.
I was just saying, like on their website, they have a code where it's cash 20. You get 20% off. So I just wanted to say, like, I've been ordering a bunch of stuff from them. Like I got something crazy in the mail today. Like, it's actually like sick. Like, guess what I got in the mail today?
What did you get in the mail today?
These nuts.
Yeah. I knew it was coming, man. I knew you weren't going to be able to hold out.
Yeah.
You come on here. Oh, I want to have a serious smoke. I knew you weren't going to be able to hold out.
I'm sorry.
You did all right for a while, though.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to get this.
I don't care, dude.
I also want to say that last caller sucked. Everyone in the chat hated him. Took 10 hours.
I haven't got through the chat yet. It says there's 99 plus messages that I need.
They're all about him. Everyone was like, hang it up, stop the fight, throw the towel, like Rocky IV, throw the damn towel. Guys hogging up all the lines.
Like Apollo Creed is like just about ready to like take his last breath.
We were all Apollo Creed falling to the canvas, and we were Rocky holding the towel, and the black guy was everyone in the chat yelling, throw the damn towel.
Throw the towel. He was like the only guy that wanted to throw the towel. Like everyone else was like, let him die. You know. Wait,
Apollo.
Is that the best Rocky, Part 4?
I would say, I think that's my personal favorite, Rocky 4.
Yeah.
I mean, the 1 through 4s are by far the best. But
what happened with Part 5?
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of dropped off after that. Have you seen Creed?
Yeah,
Creed
yeah.
Those are pretty good.
I've seen both the Creeds. I like it a lot. Like Michael B. Jordan's awesome, you know, and it's like what and then just having Stallone there, but Stallone says he's never gonna play Rocky again after Creed 2. He says he's done.
Yeah, he's getting up there now.
Yeah.
I'm because you can't stretch it out that long, you know.
It's true. I think I read that he's the longest continual fictional character in a movie played by the same person.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean,
pretty badass.
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 Rambo movies too.
I know, and those two are kind of the law of diminishing return. But I haven't seen that recent one, like the last ramp, whatever it's called. That one I haven't seen, but I've seen all the rest of them.
I heard it was bad. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, I kind of just like it just came and went, and I saw it was on Amazon Prime the other day. I saw it pass by it, but I wasn't in the mood.
Yeah. So what's your favorite Rocky? Sorry, I'm not gonna.
I mean. I gotta just go Rocky 1, man. Just because it's like I really just like the story. Like I like to see his beginning. I like to see him like the cool thing about that movie is like he doesn't even win the fight. He loses the fight.
Exactly. Yeah.
He just goes the distance. He just wanted to go the distance, and so that one gets me worked up. You know, it's just a solid film, and you know from there it's like like you said the 1 through 4s. There's real good things about all of them. I love 3 though, man. You gotta love Mr. T and Hulk Hogan in there as Thunder Lips for a little bit, you know. And three's a lot of fun.
Okay, final question for you before I.
All right.
Okay, so my best friend is deciding where to go to college.
Okay.
And he's stuck between Arizona State and Ohio State.
Yeah.
What would you say?
You know, I guess one question is like they're two way different climates, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I would say if someone doesn't like to be cold, go to Arizona State. If you don't want to be in a freaking desert, then go to Ohio State. I mean, both are good party schools. You're not going to have any problem finding a party in anywhere. I mean, Ohio's Columbus. Like Columbus is a bigger.
Columbus is bumping.
It's a good.
cold,
It's a good city. I mean, if you're in Arizona State, it's like it's a little ways to Phoenix from there, but you're close.
Yeah.
You're close to Vegas there.
Exactly.
Not that bad. Like,
I am an avid sports bettor, by the way. I bet the Bucks to win the Super Bowl in October, and I won $350. But I bet the Lakers. I bet the Lakers to win it this year, and the Nets will scare me. All right. I'm tired of wasting your time because I know other people are calling. I'll leave you on this.
all right, buddy.
What's 5'9", handsome, and disappears in an instant?
You. There it is, and then he hung up. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Guy's smooth. Guy's too smooth for his own good. Okay, I don't think I'm ever going to get caught up on the chat here. We got Virginia on the line. Drive-by Night Show, how are you? Virginia just hung up, and then I just accidentally hung up on Oklahoma. I'm sorry, Oklahoma. I didn't mean to do that. Try again. The chat says, this is actually a smart idea. Thank you. Okay, I got to read one thing in the chat. Virginia, don't hang up again. Drive-by Night Show, how are you? Hello? Oh, come on, Virginia. This is the second time you've called.
Hey.
Well, what's going on? Hello? Oh, you're out of here. You're out of here, Virginia. What's going on? And then Oklahoma tried to call back, and Virginia said, hey, and then hung up. Let's see. Well, what is this, is the chat saying? Call in and find out. Ha, 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 ha. Someone says, I like your patience, LOL. I'd have patience for that Virginia caller, I'll tell you that much. We got California on the line. Drive-by Night Show, how are you?
Yo, what's up?
Not much tonight. What's going on with yourself?
Just chilling.
Okay.
I just saw you on live. Thought I'd just give you a call.
I love it.
See what this is all about.
Have you ever seen the show before? Or this is the first time.
Nah, I'm just like bored on TikTok, just trying to figure out what I want to do.
All right, man. What you want to do with like the night or your life?
I'm just getting ideas. Put my channel, just getting ideas.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you got on there now? Like what was like the last video that you made?
Last video? Oh yeah, I was just I'm over here in California, so if you're familiar with Universal Studios, I was just at City Block, which is this random place.
Yeah.
Last video. Here it is. So when you walk straight into a person, right? Like you're walking and they're in your way.
Yeah.
I tend to go to the right, just because I'm used to being in America. You know, everyone drives on the right side.
Yeah.
So I asked a question saying like, hey, other people from all over the world, like, do they go naturally to the left because they drive on the left side of the road? Like, I was very curious about that and wanted to see what people would say.
And so, what did you find out from this experiment?
Oh, nothing yet. I just posted it recently. My channel's kind of small. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm asking you or your viewers if they want to answer.
Shout it out. Shout out your handle or put it in the chat or something, and we can go take a look.
Oh yeah, trustworthy. Just trustworthy.
Trustworthy. That's it.
Wordy. WORDY.
Trustworthy. Okay, a little play on words.
Yeah. Mainly
the
the channel is for for music because I did music about a decade ago. Had a family, so I had to stop and make some money in there. And then TikTok popped up. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll start it up again.
It's a whole new audience at this point,
Yeah, no, it's cool. And then I saw you randomly. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good idea. As soon as I go, I might do this too.
All right, man. I guess I don't have a trademark on this or anything, so go for it.
No, people do it usually. Like on Twitch, I've seen some people do it, but it's kind of cool. Just really random. I like really random stuff.
I do too. It's fun.
It's interesting.
It does. It's just because it's way too many things in life are predictable and same stuff over and over again.
Yeah, I mean you have to know how to talk to because you're an Uber driver, I assume, or Lyft.
Yeah.
So you talk to a lot of random people. So this
all
is
the
basically
time. I'm used to it.
Basically Uber. for you, having random conversations.
It's almost the same thing. I just don't have somebody in the car with me. But this is like literally what I do when I drive people around. I just talk to them, you know.
Yeah, usually, most likely, the people you're driving are a little bit messed up compared to the callers, I assume.
Well, I have had some messed up callers as well, but not as many because I drive like late at night, you know. I drive all the bar crowd, so everyone's drunk at that point, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of scary sometimes.
And sometimes it can be. It can be. I've done 25,000 rides, so there's been a few that have been a little scary.
Yeah, you never know. It's always,
Yeah.
It's always random. Is that what you're planning to do tonight? More driving?
No. Just I do the show for like 3 hours on Thursday, and then I got 2 more hours of it left, and I'm just gonna go home and relax.
All right, that's dope. Well, I wish you luck. Hopefully, some cool people call in.
Yeah, it's been an interesting night.
I'll hit you with a follow.
Okay.
I'll follow up next Thursday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling, and have a good one.
Alrighty. See ya.
Peace. Okay, so here you go. That's the way it works. Never seen the show before. Just popped up on his live. Called the number. It's amazing, right? Okay, we gotta breathe a little bit here. It's just I feel like I've been talking a mile a minute for a solid hour here. We got Maryland on the line. Drive by Night Show. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right tonight. What's going on with yourself?
Just wondering, the main question, got to be on everybody's mind.
All right.
Is Tiger Woods' career over?
Yes.
You think it's over?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he comes back from that. Really, at the age that he is, you know, I just don't know how he could do it. I think he's too old, and I hate to say that because he's not much older than I am.
Right. Do you think there was negligence in the driving and of the accident?
I think we have to speculate that there was at this point, based on his prior history. It's too bad. If he was squeaky clean, his prior history, you know, we give him the benefit of the doubt, but it just seems too random and weird to me.
Yeah, it certainly is going to shake up things in the golfing world.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is the career over? Is it, is this his road to recovery, to getting himself back in shape?
Well, I mean, everyone likes a story like that. They really do. And some people in their lives have to like sabotage things. They have to like paint themselves in a corner, hit rock bottom, do all these things, and then lift themselves back up. Some people just live that way, and maybe Tiger's got that personality as well.
Of course, almost like the story of Batman.
Yeah.
So, all right, well.
Thank you. I love the question. People don't just call me up and fire off questions like that, so I enjoy it.
Absolutely. Well, good luck with everything, and keep on streaming. Be sure to follow me, P_Wall88.
Okay, you got it, man. Have a good one. Thanks.
Thanks, brother.
Peace. Okay, we got Nebraska calling in. We're gonna take this. How's it going, Nebraska?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I see you're not too far away from where I am. What are you up to tonight?
I'm actually in Lincoln, so it looks like you're pretty close. But will Bill Moo get fired?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Will Bill Moo get fired?
Will Bill? I don't know what you're saying right now.
Hold on 1 second here.
Okay. I don't know if
Will the Nebraska UNL director of athletics get fired?
Oh.
Or Bill Moo?
Bill, I'm sorry, man. I was hearing everything like just kind of blended in together, and no, I don't think so. Is there kind of like rumors or talk of that going on right now?
I was just wondering, with the whole Nebraska basketball team, the football team.
They stink.
They're horrible.
Yeah, it's like volleyball has been carrying the school for a while now, and it's like I don't think so. I feel like it's too early still for him. and those were, you know, both. It's always that old saying where it's like, these were programs that we had to like break down and start all from the beginning. We need to get our guys in here to, you know, wait till our class comes in. We need 5 or 6 years. So I don't know.
I agree.
I like him. He's a character, you know. I think he's
Mhm.
an interesting dude. So we have a bunch of stiffs in here for so many years. At least this guy's got a personality.
Exactly. I hope the football team turns around at least. I really don't care about the basketball team because they're a lost cause. But
Kind of seems like it. I saw a little bit of it tonight before I headed out, and I was like, oh man, these guys are they're not good.
no. Well, I hope you have a good night, and I hope I get a ride from you from downtown Lincoln sometime soon.
It's possible, man. Say hello if you do.
All right, I will definitely.
All right,
Have a good night.
take care. Thanks.
All right.
Okay, we had a call from Nebraska there. I like that. Okay, I'm looking at the chat real quick. It says he is big mad about going to school on his B-day. See, now I'm just reading like comments from an hour ago, and it says Florida is totally open. LOL. Stop hogging the phone. Gotta love them Democrats. Next caller, it says. Disgrace to humanity. I don't know what that is. Okay, we got Oklahoma on the line. Drive by Night Show. How are you?
John?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to call my brother.
Oh, your brother's name is John?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My name's Mark. That's not too dissimilar. You want to talk to me instead?
Not really, because I'm on the toilet. I was trying to make him get me the toilet paper.
So you were calling John like from the other room so he can bring you some toilet paper.
Yeah.
And your brother's phone numbers like must be really similar to mine then.
I know. I must hit the wrong numbers.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. No, you know what?
Thank you.
You know what? It sounds like an honest mistake, and these things happen. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you need toilet paper like really bad, or is there like a towel nearby you could use? Like is it an emergency?
I gotta go, really.
Well, okay. So there you go. I don't know what was going on there. We're trying to play along. Let's see here. Back to the chat. Says, what's going on, man? Not much. Just doing the show. Said this weather got everyone feeling sick. LOL. Nice to see someone doing something very different on here. Thank you. I try. No private numbers tonight. It says, although I am not an EMT or a firefighter, the medical aspect usually becomes routine. Okay, that was from a call earlier. I have been trying to contact you about your vehicle's extended warranty. You know, I've been wanting you to contact me about that. Well, it's not that hard. There's a phone number. Just call it in. Where is the hot cop at? I don't know what that means. We got Ohio calling in. Trying to get caught up on that chat. Here's Ohio, though. Drive by Night Show, how are you? Ohio. I don't want none of that. Is this like Rover's Morning Glory? If I knew what that is, I would answer the question. A lot of people saying next here. Mellow Abstract Yellow. I don't know what that means either, but I like it. We got Texas on the line. Drive by Night Show, how are you?
Hello, is this Dairy Queen?
No, this is Burger King.
Oh, okay, well,
Do you want a Whopper?
Um,
What do you want? Chicken fries?
I want blue waffles.
Blue? Oh, those are gross, man. You really don't want those, believe me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'd be better off doing a waffle stomp than that.
Oh,
Bro.
Can I get that?
Don't ever say that word. Here or anywhere. That's just disgusting. Okay. That last guy's punchline was crazy. Not that guy. Someone's saying, did the hot cop leave? Prank calls, please. Hey, I'm from Oklahoma. And then we got Skylink sent some presents. Thank you so much. And then shared the video as well. That's how you do it. It says, I called earlier and I didn't get anything. I don't know what you're looking to get here. Didn't Ohio hang up on me a second ago? Let's try it again. Drive By Night Show, how are you? Oh, come on.
Hi, I love your videos.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. How are you tonight?
Good.
Good. What are you doing?
Yeah, watching your live.
Okay. All right. Any other lives on or videos that you're watching or just me?
Just you.
Okay. I can't thank you enough for doing that. How was your day? Was it a good day? Okay. All right. I don't know. That was going nowhere anyway. Glad you hung up because I didn't have anything to say anyway. Someone says, like you answered, I was talking and it hung up. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Somebody's saying, chill out. The people want Wendy's back. Dude Holy, I want Wendy's. Someone call him and ask for Joe. This guy thinks this is CNN. We got Colorado on the line. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
I'm good. Do you remember me? I called earlier. I'm the other Colorado guy. I was the Colorado guy.
The other Colorado guy.
I don't know if there's another one tonight.
I don't think there was. I think you are the only Colorado guy tonight. What was so urgent that you needed to call in again?
Well, you remember what I was saying about Xbox servers being down?
I do. Is there an update on that?
Yeah.
What do you got? Let us hear it.
They are back up, and I'm currently playing Season 2 of Warzone.
Okay. So nothing serious then, just sort of a minor.
Yeah.
And everything seems to be working okay.
Yeah. I also, oh man, I started off on. Wait. Act like you're answering.
Okay. Here we go. Let's just reset here. Here we go. Drive By Night Show. How are you?
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Thank you. How did am I late to that? He just hung up on me. All right. Thank you. That was actually kind of fun. I appreciate that. Okay. Wendy's back in the chat. Everyone's saying next. Hang up. This dude must be Portland or Seattle there. Terrible concept. Next caller, please. In a perfect world, would you hang up and stop hogging the line? Someone saying, Jesus, man, please. Someone saying, ha, ha, ha. Okay, boy, this thing is just, boy, okay. I'm trying to get through this chat here. Let's see. Get the guy out of my ear. Throw the towel, please. That was when that guy was talking about Rocky Part 4. I guess that's the question that I've got for you. The guy brought it up earlier, the Rocky movies. What is Rocky Part 4 the best Rocky movie? That's a question that I'm throwing out there until somebody besides the last two kids pranking me keep calling back, so I really don't want to answer the phone. Let's see. Boy, the chat is just nuts tonight. There's a lot in here, and I can't even... This guy's driven around the world during this call. Okay. I could end global warming before this call is over. I could... Okay, next. Well, now I don't feel bad for the video where this guy gets slapped. There's no way they'll fire me because I make too much money for the company. Maybe go back to your job then. This guy could have found a COVID cure instead of this call. Anyone else trying to hunt this dude down? Everyone's down. I am. Oh my God. I thought, well, anyway, was the sign to cut the call. Hope this guy drives his 450 miles off of a cliff. This dude needs to be banned. Stop the fight. Stop the fight. About damn time. Yes. Are you sure that's it? Thank God. Hang up. Block his number. End it. Hang up. Cool. What's next? Talking about McDonald's next. Someone call him and ask if he likes dragons. Someone needs to call me and ask me that question, I guess. Wendy's dudes becomes best friends. Okay, so we had a question about going to Ohio State or Arizona State. Someone in the chat's saying Ohio State. Someone's saying Mizzou. Someone's saying Boomer. We got Ohio. Sup. Ohio. You in Lincoln? Yep. LOL 5'9". I don't know what the hell that means. We got. I'm sure if you have any questions for him to call him. You know what an IROC Z is? Come on, man. Of course I know what an IROC Z is. Let's go. Who's got a Camaro in here? We're gonna try Texas. I don't know why. We're just gonna try it. Drive by Night Show. How are you?
Hey, what's up? I was actually just watching you live. I'm not here to prank call you either. I know the other Texas person is hogging up the phone.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit late to the party, man. What's all this like? The Creed fight? Like, what was that first caller's deal?
That was talking about Apollo Creed.
Yeah, like no, I guess first caller, everybody's like next please and stuff like that. I just got the tail end of it. I didn't get to hear anything else.
Okay, well I don't know. The chat. You know the chat. The chat has a mind of their own. They know what they want, and they're not afraid to say it or ask for it. So they just didn't like the caller, and we were just having a conversation, and they wanted, but I didn't have time to get caught up with the chat because I was just driving around, So I don't really know.
Okay. So how's Uber Eats for you? Like, is there a difference in pay between DoorDash and Uber Eats or anything like that? Or I'm doing Uber Eats right now.
Yeah, do it. Don't do DoorDash. DoorDash will pay you a lot less. I've done both, and usually I average around $10 per Uber Eats order that I do, and I would average around like $6 per DoorDash order that I would do. So it's almost like it's almost like half.
Wow.
So I wouldn't do it, but it's busier. So it's like you can make as much money, but you have to work twice as hard to make as much money.
Absolutely.
So
what did you do before you started doing Uber?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a long time. No, I don't care. I worked in an insurance office for a number of years. Because I didn't want it. I hated it. I didn't like it. I borrowed a good sum of money from my father, and I was really determined to pay it all back to him. So I got a job that I hated in order to pay him back. And after 8.5 years, I paid him back and quit the job.
For 8.5 years? I lost you for a second.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up?
Did you? No, I lost you for a second. After 8.5 years, you finally paid it back. Were you an insurance sales guy, or were you working at a desk like going to college?
I was working on a desk, and I would just process like home and auto like applications, and then changes to it, and just stuff like make sure everything was like correct. It was boring. I hated it.
You gotta love the bureaucracy.
Yeah. But
Well, you're. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I'm a sales guy, so I'm gonna talk your ear off first off, and I'm gonna interrupt you at least 10 times. But I do suggest you do have no problem talking to strangers that you try out a sales job if you ever decide to do Uber or anything like that. I did Uber for a little bit. I worked in the prison system for Texas for about 5 years, and that's where I kind of came out of my shell. And I started doing sales, and dude, every year that I've done sales, just being able to talk to people like you're able to, $100,000 a year, easy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't have any problem with talking with people. It doesn't bother me a bit. I just don't like to. I don't like to pressure people, though.
You don't have to. You really don't.
I
you
know.
Just gotta make a friend.
Yeah, I know, but there's, what I mean. It's not 100%.
Pressuring you.
Yeah, it's like you can tell sometimes, and then they always say that old salesman like trick is like like car salesman. If somebody walks onto the lot they did that because they want to buy a car, you know. But I'm like, well, what if they really were just bored and like wasting 20 minutes? And now you got in your mind that it's like they want to buy a car. I just have to convince them that that's what they want to do. And it gets to that point where it's just like I would lose interest in it, honestly. But that's just me.
Persuasion.
I know, but that's just me. So I know
I get it.
I know it's not for me. I really don't. But I like what you're saying though, and it's like there's certain days where it's like I don't make a lot of money, you know, and I could go do this and that, but I've always liked to keep intact of my soul, you know, and
Right.
not saying you lose your soul from being a salesman. It's just I start.
You can.
I'm sure you can, but I just start to lose mine when I'm doing a job or I'm in a situation that I don't like love or care about. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I totally understand that, man. I get that. All you got to do is love. If it makes you happy, if you can sleep in at night knowing that you're doing a good job, you're doing something that you enjoy. I mean, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, it's just a paycheck. You can adjust your expectations of like a living. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can, or your living standards, I should say.
Absolutely.
I loved working for the prison. I loved working for the prison in Texas. It was the best job I ever had.
Okay.
Did it for 5 years. I was a supervisor. I had a Cadillac job, dude. Half the time I just sat on the desk, sat in my chair with feet on the desk, and my wife ended up not liking the job. So I came home with a black eye one day, and she was all freaking out that I had to quit. But I mean, it is what it is.
And that was it. You never went back.
No, there was 2 years of arguing, before
Okay.
I quit.
Yeah.
No, it was not
you.
easy. It was not an easy thing.
But
She ended up getting pregnant with our daughter, and she was like, I don't want you to not come home one day. It was
Okay.
back in 2016. The unit that I worked at, this lady officer got on duty, and that was a big thing for her. And then about the end of 2018 was whenever she was like, you know what, it's either me or the job. And I'm like, well, I love you more than I love the job, so I guess I'm going to go find something else to do.
all right, but you're good now. Now you've got a little distance from it. You're like, I like this sales job.
No.
Oh. Okay. All right.
I would
But
rather,
you were
I would
trying.
rather be in prison.
You were trying to convince me to get a sales job, though.
Hey, no, but it's because I see the attributes in you.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to improve or you wanted to, dive into something new, you know what I mean? Not saying you have to improve. I used the wrong word.
No.
But if you were thinking about it in the back of your mind, is there something better that I could be doing? I see it,
Yeah. No, totally. I hear you, and it's interesting, and it's just like, I've struggled with it most of my life because I've never had. I've had like certain careers, so to speak, but they've always been my own. They haven't been like for another company or a corporation or whatever. And I've had real roadblocks in my life, like having to do things my own way,
Right.
Which it was in the worst.
I get that.
It's not the worst characteristic to have. It can take you to a lot of places, but it can.
Entrepreneurs have that characteristic.
Yeah, but it can also frustrate people around you when they don't see, these immediate results from you, or they feel like too much of your life has gone by and you need to get serious about it now, so it's not perfect.
Absolutely. And you know what? If they're not willing to stick with you in the hard times, they don't deserve to be with you whenever you're rolling in fat stacks up there with those things. You know what I mean?
I do.
They don't need
I
to be
do.
there.
No, I totally hear you and agree with you. But yeah, it's just hard. It's like it's that old thing. You can either follow or you can be a follower. Or lead or follow. What is that saying? I'm trying to say. I just screwed it up right there.
No, you're good. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Well, man, if you want to start your own business, man, I totally understand that. That's what I'm working towards right now.
Okay.
I may be selling. I'm doing door-to-door home security sales right now. I'm fixing to start selling cars to get more experience. Try to diversify my portfolio, so to speak.
Yeah.
I got some dabbling in the stock market. Wall Street bets really made me a lot of money.
Good.
But just trying to get enough saved up where I can come up with my own idea, run my own business.
What do you think of cryptocurrency? Have you bought any of that?
Oh my goodness, I rode the Doge train. I ain't gonna lie. I rode the Doge train to about, I think, what was the high a couple of weeks ago? I bought it at 4 cents.
Yeah.
I bought it at 4 cents. I didn't trust it. I put like $40. And I'm like, all right, to the moon. Here we go.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. I bought.
It went to like. Yeah. Go ahead.
I bought 10,000. $500 worth, but it ended up being it was trading at 5 cents, so I ended up getting like 10,000 coins or whatever, And it was like the first day it went up to like 6. It went up to like 7. I'm like, holy shit, man! I just made like $200, and then it like just dumped again. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna sit on it for a few years. I read speculation. People think I could go up to $1 or $10 in a few years, but who knows with that? That thing's just crazy.
It's a meme currency. I tell you what, if you want to make a smart short-term investment right now,
what you got?
Go to ZOM. It's Zom Medica. Now they're kind of a newer company. About a year ago, they were trading at 35 cents.
Okay.
So you buy the rumors, sell the news, all that good stuff. They're at $1.77, I think, as of right now. I don't have it pulled up. I checked it before I called.
Okay.
And they're supposed to skyrocket March 30th whenever they come out with their very first product. And it's like a veterinary health type deal. So they're into like keeping your dogs and cats well, and they come out with different like biotechnologies for animals. It's not very expensive. I've got about 41 shares.
Yeah.
I don't trust the stock market just yet because I don't have a whole lot of experience. But I would advise maybe just dumping some money into that and see where it takes you in a month. Right now it's in a dip, which is a really good time. But I've seen it go as high as almost $3 a couple of weeks ago, and I made a little bit off that and reinvested at this recent dip.
And you said that call sign was COF?
ZOM.
ZOM?
Yeah, like Zulu, Oscar, Mike.
Okay, gotcha. I'll look into it. I started doing like that like monthly deposit. It's not a bunch, but I'm starting to send a certain amount of money into a fund every month that I'm just like throwing at some stocks. So I'm always looking for something to put it towards. Otherwise I'm just going to keep buying Dogecoin, and I don't know if I should be or not.
If I was you, I would buy Ethereum before I buy.
I know it's just so hard because what's that trading at, like 1,700 or something? It's like
14 something right now.
1,400. It's just so cool to get like 10,000 coins though, and if I put that that 500 towards that Ethereum, I get like a third of one.
Right, but if that 1/3 goes to 30,000, like it's supposed to at the end of the year, they speculate, quote unquote. If it does get it by the end of the year, you're only going to collect profits. Because cryptocurrency is going to be the next big thing.
I know it.
They're eventually going to phase out paper money.
Yeah.
It would be good to get into it. If you are really interested in cryptocurrency, though, there's a guy on TikTok that I follow. His name is BitBoy, I think is what his name is. I don't know the numbers behind it. But he's got a YouTube channel with like 500,000 subscribers. All he does is mess with cryptocurrency. He called Bitcoin whenever it was first coming out. He's called Ethereum. He's got some reputable history behind him, so I trust him. But Ethereum is supposed to be right up there with Bitcoin according to what he speculates. He's got all the numbers. He's got the research done. It's not an emotional buy. It's not a Wall Street bet. It's freaking YOLO your life savings type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's one of those things because like we're seeing it at this point where it's like, are we going to kick ourselves 5 years from now, 10 years from now that we didn't buy all this stuff?
Oh, for sure. My boss that I have right now, he had a chance to buy Bitcoin at I think 7 cents a share, and he was like, that cryptocurrency is BS. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Now it's like it hit 60,000 earlier this week.
I know it.
He would have been a billionaire if he would have just dumped $100.
And that's something. And that just the most wild thing you can think of. So
it'll make you sick if you don't do it.
It will. It will. And it's like it's so funny. Like I got into like stock market when I was younger, and I just sort of lost interest over it over the years. And I now I'm kicking myself for not like hanging around, and now I'm like older. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta put some money somewhere. I gotta get some action going, you know, or I'm gonna be in trouble.
Right. There's no 401ks. There's no 401ks with Uber or any sales job that I've ever had.
No, exactly.
I'm going to a car dealership now that offers insurance. I'm about to grab my pants. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I've been self-employed for the past 8 years, so you know all of that stuff. Like I'm not covered for anything.
Man, that's tough. That's tough.
It is.
You got the COVID? Did you have to go to the hospital and get a COVID test?
No, I mean I had it, but I just lived through it. Just stayed inside for a month, you know. And
You sucked it up and moved on. Like the rest of the pansies in the world.
Yep, you know it. You know it.
I'll be honest with you, dude. Like, I got it. I still went to work. You know what I mean? I just wasn't scared.
Yeah.
I did my thing. I got bills to pay. You know, nobody's going to pay my license to stay on.
I hear you. I totally get it, and like I'm in the same boat too. You know, it's like I don't have a lot to fall back on. You know, so it's like.
Yeah. Hey.
But you know what? I don't have to set an alarm clock tomorrow morning, and that's my like gift that I have. Being stubborn and doing it my way. I don't have to wake up if I don't want to tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So.
You know what? That is the number one driving factor. I spend a lot of time away from home. I always have. I'm not being able to watch my daughter grow up like I would like to.
Yeah.
You know, I get to see her an hour before bed every night. I get to mess with her 3 hours before I go to work every morning. But I would like to be there. You know, like I missed her first steps because I was at freaking work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
Try to keep the lines away. So that's why I want to be self-employed, so I can dictate my hours. And if I don't feel like going in one day, shoot, I'm just not going to go in.
That's right.
I've got unlimited sick time.
Yeah. You don't have to call anybody and ask permission to take the day off. You just do it. And I'm telling you, it's
awkward conversation.
Yeah. You know, I'm sick. You know, that's a beautiful thing.
What do you got? Leprosy.
Exactly. It's like you don't want me.
Leprosy. You better come in tomorrow without an arm, son of a. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. So no, there's something to be said of that. Like yeah, there's risks, you know, and there's not a lot of security in my life, but you know, I've got a certain amount of freedom though that I wouldn't trade for anything, you know.
Absolutely. Not having a taskmaster standing above you cracking the whip every 10 minutes.
I hate it.
So that you can make.
Yeah,
that's what this country was founded upon. That's why we have a capitalistic economy.
Right.
You know, whatever people want to say about it. I know we're on the verge of socialism, but for right now, we're still able to do those things.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. Yeah. We work people to death for unfair wages. You know, because they can. Like fine.
Absolutely. Nobody cares as long as I'm taken care of. Like talking from the standpoint of the people that are the powers that be. As long as their families get like Ted Cruz. Okay, Ted Cruz, he went to freaking Cancun while the rest of us in Texas were freezing our butts off. I lost power for 5 days. Didn't have water for 6 days. This dude took his family to Cancun. You know what Beto O'Rourke was doing? He was setting up call centers to check on me. It's all about that mindset. It's very narcissistic. Everybody's about me, my, and I. Nobody thinks about taking care of anybody else. That's why we're failing as a group, country. That's why we're failing as a nation. You know, all that. Nobody thinks about the next generation. Nobody thinks about the next person's day.
I do. No, you're 100%, and it's too bad because we're just not. Yeah, we're not taking care of each other, you know, and we haven't for a long time.
Absolutely. I don't mean to get too deep on your TikTok live or anything like that.
Fine. It's fine. You know, well, exactly, and that's what I like about this idea and the show is the conversations just go where they go. 2 things I've noticed though while we've been having this conversation, nobody else has called in. So either we sent them all away and they're like, oh, these 2 guys are going to talk all night, or they can't quit listening to us and they're like, oh, I'm not going to call in. I'm going to let these guys just keep going at it here.
Absolutely. Well, I'm not trying to convince you that being a part of a liberal party is what's called acceptable, and I'm not sitting here trying to order chicken wings from you from Dairy Queen. You know what I mean? So that might be different for people.
It is. But in my book, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that because we're just 2 two strangers just having a conversation, and we're getting along just fine.
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about.
And it's not that hard.
I mean,
It's
take
not
care
that
of the-
hard. Yeah. And I always say, like,
Everybody's so.
go ahead.
A lot of people are introverts because we've all been sitting in front of screens. Nobody knows how to have a conversation with them. If you could guess, what do you think my age is? I guarantee you're wrong.
Okay. You did say daughter, you're married, you worked in this thing here, and you this and that. So, like, you know, it gives me a little bit more of a range. But I want to say you're 32.
I'm 25.
Okay. You know, you're a little wiser. You're a little wiser for 25.
Well, I grew up in prison. Thanks for that.
Okay.
But I love saying that. You know the old country song, I turned 21 in prison? I literally did. At my 21st, 23rd, or 22nd, all the way from 19 to about 23. I had birthdays. But that's neither here nor there. The biggest difference is my generation is so skewed. Nobody's being raised. Everybody's sitting in front of the screen all the time. Nobody can take their eyes off their phone. I'm guilty. I'm on TikTok. You know what I mean? But this is entertaining. This is about all I get on. When I found your live, they gave me a new lease on life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of people are raising their kids sitting in front of the TV too. We're going to have these dumb individuals. Nobody's teaching moral values in their house anymore. Let alone nobody's got a dad that's going to stick around. And that doesn't matter what race. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with racial equality or whatever people want to call it. You know what? There's just a lot of people that run from responsibility. If it gets too hard, you know what they do? They a lot of big corporations that grow up and get bigger. And that's why mom and pop shops are going to slow down and shut down, because the next generation that's supposed to take over those small town shops or those small businesses like here in Fort Worth, there's not going to be any left. Nobody's going to know how to run anything. Nobody's going to know how to take care of it. Nobody's going to know how to file business taxes. I'm sure you know how to do that being a 1099.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a pain in the butt, but I do it.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it. I can't freaking stand it. But you know what? I do it because you know what? I know why? I'm not a tool, first off, and the government's going to get as much as they can out of me if I don't do it.
It's true. And I'm not going to pay somebody at H&R Block $500 to do it for me either. You know.
Absolutely. You go out there, you break your back, so to speak. I know we're driving cars, and I'm just talking to people to make my money. But there's people out there, like I worked in a foundry for about a year, making mega lugs for water lines, so mechanical restraints. I was in a foundry, 135-degree heat for $12.50 an hour. Is that the greatest? No. But the government was still taking away from my paycheck when I'm only bringing home $400 a week, trying to keep my lights on, trying to keep my newborn baby fed, trying to keep my wife happy. You know what I mean? And the government wants to take it. You know? And it's just, it's ridiculous.
Right. I hear you, man. I hear you. You're reasonable. You're sensible. You're a polite. I have one rule on this show. The only rule is just to be cool. You were cool and respectful and thoughtful with your phone call, and I can't ask for anything else. So I thank you very much for that.
This is the hook. This is the hook, isn't it? This is where the guy on stage talks to mom, and the other guy has to come out there and grab the hook.
Kinda. Man, no, it's okay. We gotta move on. We've done really well here. You're more than welcome to call in anytime you want, though, and we can keep this discussion going or talk about anything else. I don't mind. And there you go. But thank you very much for calling tonight. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. You have a good rest of your night. I'm going to go back to watching your show. Hopefully the comments aren't too late.
We got there, yes. Who knows, man. All right, buddy. Be well.
You as well.
See ya. Okay, there you go. Yeah, we talked a little bit there. And, you know, it's fine. He's a nice guy and enjoyed the conversation. And there you go. I'm sitting here. I was going to get to the chat, but we got Florida on the line. Drive-by Night Show, how are you?
Pretty good, not gonna lie.
Okay, what you been up to tonight?
Really nothing. Xbox servers are crispy right now.
I heard that. There's a guy that called in from Colorado earlier that said it was just down, but then he called back and said they were back up.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to touch up on what the other guy said. about how nobody knows how to really have a conversation.
Go for it. Go for it.
It's like, I'm obviously, I'm like 16, I'm still in school.
Okay.
But, like, it's weird because nobody, I feel like back, a long time ago, not like a long time ago, but like maybe back when we were back in high school, you would hear something interesting in another conversation, and then you would join in, and then, you would be friends later on in life,
Sure.
Which is how it used to be, obviously. But it's like, now it's so hard to make conversation because nobody really wants to make conversation.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I feel like, because now it's like everybody is worried about their view on how, not their view, but their,
Yeah.
like the way that they look in a way.
Yeah, I mean,
And
people,
so they don't want to be looked at as like odd or weird,
I get that. I get that. I mean, people have always been that way, though. Honestly, do you think people just stare at their phones too much? Do you think that's part of it?
I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a big part.
I think it's kind of a big part of it too. And like, I don't hate on it. Like, I stare at my phone just as much as anybody else does as well. But yeah, but I'll have times where it's like I'll be sitting with like some friends of mine or my girlfriend or someone, and I'm like trying to like, say something to them or them say something to me, and they're just looking at their phone. And I mean, do you ever feel like just ignored sometimes by people?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
In high school it happens a lot.
I know it, man. High school is just kind of one of those things you got to just go do it. It's like it's just better when you're out of it. You never have to go back there again because it's just like that small little period of time where you just have to go there and you never have to go there again.
Yeah.
It's better when it's
no, but for just a couple, not really a couple, but like a few. Well, that's the same thing, but like there's been times where it's like, I'll hear something, I'll be like, all right, that's interesting, and I swear I'll jump in, not like jump in, but I'll just be like, I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a conversation that I know about, and they'll just look at me weird and sit down. It's the most awkward feeling.
Okay, so do they just like be quiet and don't say anything, or they're like, get out of here, man? Why are you butting in? Like, how do they react?
It's like a mix of both.
Okay.
In a way.
It just depends. Can be both though. Yeah, I hear you.
It's like if you're sitting. It's like sitting down in class, hearing the kid next to you talk about something interesting. They're like, yeah, I agree. They're like, well, okay, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, they're like nobody asked you, right?
Yeah.
Well,
but it is what it is.
It is what it is, and people are just like that in general. But they're more like that in high school. And people are so worried about, their appearance, and if any of their friends see them talking to people outside of their friend group, and it's not a cool thing to do, and that's just sort of a high school thing. You just need to find people in your school that you have the same things in common that you do, and you guys can just hang out and forget those other people.
That's why electives are very helpful.
Yeah. So there's people out there. You can find your own group, and then just like, who cares what those other people are talking about?
Very true. Very true.
It is, though. I mean, it really is. And I don't want to sound like, some old guy who's been there through it, but I've been there through it, and it gets easier when you get older because it's easier to distinguish like who the groups of people you want to hang out with are, because everyone kind of settles down into their own little system and whatnot. And people learn; they know who they are more when they're older. People don't know who they are when they're in high school. They're still trying to find out who they really are.
Yeah, that's a big part.
Yeah, for sure. It really is. So, and anything else you want to talk about tonight?
Oh, yeah, honestly.
Okay. Well,
you can go back to trying to solve a riddle.
Okay. Well, riddles that's why they call them a riddle, But thank you for calling tonight. I appreciate the input after that last call.
You're welcome.
Okay. Have a good one.
Have a nice night.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks. Okay, there you go. Kid in high school talking about, people don't talk to each other or something, or it's hard to like get into a group and have a conversation with them if they're over here doing their thing, and that's that's been going on a long time. It is a high school thing. All right, I'm gonna try and get back to the chat. There's 99 plus new messages. It says, "Hi, what's going on here? Call in and find out." Someone says, "Oh my God, this is gold. Savage. That was funnier than all the prank calls. New to this too. What's the show?" This is the Drive-By Night show. We got Georgia on the line here. Drive-By Night show, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right tonight. Thank you so much for calling.
You can go to your chats if you want.
You want me to go to the chat?
Yeah, I was just watching your live.
God, I it's fine. Like, this is what I want. Like, I put this phone number up here so people would call. Now, when there aren't any calls, then I kind of like just go to the chat to keep the flow of the show going, and I'll usually bounce back and forth between the two. But tonight, it's just like the phone hasn't quit ringing, so I just, and then the chat's like blowing up, so it's like it's hard to do both. You know what I mean? I need like somebody that sits in my passenger seat and reads the chat.
Oh my gosh, you can hire me.
Okay, there you go. Now, I mean, exactly. Like, I think I'm getting to the point already with this where I need an assistant.
Dude, I work for cheap.
Okay. Well, good, because I don't have any money. So how does being an intern sound to you?
As long as I can be live, because
Okay.
I'm in Georgia.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true. I think we could figure it out. Technology's gotten so weird now. Could probably figure out some way.
I'm a millennial. We basically claim that we invented the internet.
Well, I think Al Gore claimed that, actually. Am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right.
What is that all about? It's just like the craziest thing I've ever... I don't know if I've heard anything crazier in my life than this guy just saying, I invented the internet.
That is wild.
It is wild. Like, what's he talking about?
You remember, like, the dial-up days?
Huh?
Like, the dial-up days.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was around for all that. That was the worst,
Yeah.
I like, turn the thing on. And then, like, 2 seconds later, like, I'm on a website. Oh, page loading. It's going to take 40 minutes to load this page. And then somebody, like, picks up the phone and ruins the whole connection.
Yes, like when your mom picks up the phone and you're in the middle of like this spicy AIM chat.
It's true. Or
like,
yeah.
Damn,
It was not because then yeah, you can get her to hang up or whatever, but it took you 10 minutes or more to get dialed back in and then to find where you were and let that page load. And like, people don't realize how much of a struggle that was.
Okay, talk about struggle. You got your mom to hang up on the phone so you could be on the internet?
Oh, no, it wasn't that easy. It's not like she did it right away. But, yeah, no, I hear you. That was like we're so spoiled now. Like, I remember the first time I got, like, DSL, and it wasn't even fast. Truly, it wasn't even fast at all compared to what my wireless network at home does now. But I remember, like, being able to cut that cord from that phone and never have to dial in again. And I was like, wow, we're living in the future here.
Just full on wild. And that's what makes me sad about, like, this generation. Like, hearing that poor baby high schooler caller on the phone prior to my call. It just breaks my heart because the internet is so cruel these days. People are so mean. I really hope that sweet little baby, like, finds his own clique.
Well, and that's what I was trying to tell him. I was like, who cares about this group over here if they don't, want you to butt into their conversation or talk to you? Go find your own people, You're going to be a lot happier anyway. Then you can be weird and you can be who you want to be, and it's just better. If those people don't want you there because you're not a certain type of person, then you don't want to be their friends anyway.
Yes, exactly. You were super sweet to him. And what people don't remember from high school is like the popular people, they're the weird ones now, and the weird ones are like the super cool, successful ones now.
It's true, and it's like it's been that thing, since like for me, like Facebook or whatever. Like I lost track of people in my high school for years. I had no idea what any of them was doing, and then of course Facebook popped up, and then like all these people from high school, and then I got to see like, it wasn't like 2-3 years removed. It was like a decent amount of time. So I really got to, yeah, or more. So I really got to see how people changed in that time. And you were so right. It was like those popular cheerleaders or jocks or whatever. They were all like plumbers or like construction workers. And I was just like, well, you guys haven't
and they're miserable.
Yeah. And like, you guys haven't done anything with your life. Like, as far as like the promise that they had when they were 18 and the big shit, and everyone's like, oh, these people are going to succeed and do all these things in life. I'm like, you're a plumber.
Because high school is when they peaked.
It's true. It's very true.
That's like when they think that their prime time was, but you're just getting started, baby.
Oh, yeah, just getting started. I love it. No, I love it. I I hope I haven't peaked, But I'm still doing things like this, and I'm getting young kids calling my phone number. So I got to be doing something right,
You're on the most popular app right now.
You know what was amazing? TikTok sent me a stat that said your lives do 99% better than all the other lives on TikTok. And I was like, that's crazy. So I don't know. It's working.
That's insane. Now you're popular.
I know, and it's kind of surreal to me,
I mean, you're just such a chill dude. You can literally pick up on any conversation that you know nothing about.
Oh, I'm a chameleon. I'm a chameleon. You can throw me into any room, any conversation. I don't care. I'll figure it out, and we can have a talk, and it's fine. I like it though.
That's why you're so good at this. You're a good guy.
Yeah,
one of the good ones out there.
It's and I want to share that, and I want to spread that too. And like with this show, like I my only rule is just to be cool. And if you go out into the world and you're just cool to people, you will find the results are so amazing. Just don't be grumpy. Don't be short with people. Don't be rude. Be cool with everybody that you meet, and you're gonna have amazing results in life.
It costs you $0 to not be an asshole.
Exactly.
$0. Like, you don't even have to put the effort in. Just don't be a dick.
Just don't be a dick. Like, everyone has a bad day, and I get that. But when somebody else is having a bad day, and then you're a dick to them on top of that, that's just like a double whammy.
Right. You never know what someone's going through. You'll never walk through their shoes.
Yeah. Their dog could have died this morning, and you're yelling at them because your burrito took 3 minutes to make.
I feel like it's literally a requirement in life. Like, if you never worked in fast food or retail, you can't say a damn thing.
I agree. You have to have some sort of like wear a badge. Like, I was a waiter at Applebee's for 4 years. Then, if your burrito took 8 minutes, you can grumble a little bit.
Exactly.
But if you've never done it before, no way. You can never say anything.
You don't take it out on the server. You don't take it out in the kitchen. You never know what the situation was. Just stop being a fucking Karen, please.
And it's amazing to me, too. It's like now that we're like capturing all of these videos, and these people are being exposed, and the whole world is laughing at them and trolling them. It's like you would think, yet I still see it every day, but you would think that people would start just chilling out for the fact that they're like, oh, I could be recorded and blasted all over the internet. But they still do it.
I mean, like, these videos are ruining people's lives. Like, they are literally getting fired from their jobs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just go out. Just for human decency alone, don't do it. But even if you are a dick and you want to go out there and like scream at people, you can't really do it anymore because you're going to be recorded. Somebody's recording you, you know?
I mean, hopefully that will be what it takes.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking once a few years of this goes down and people realize that it's like, because there's so many cameras now, but give it 5 years, there's going to be 20 times the amount of cameras that there are today.
Right.
Like, everything will be frickin' recorded. And
I mean, we're all going to be microchipped.
that's true. That's true. So, you know, there's cameras there and everywhere, and, you know, but I think it will start to police people like the rude, the mean police. Like, I think people will start just being better just for the sake that they don't want to be, like, laughed at on TikTok, you know?
Yeah.
So
Or the next up-and-coming app.
what's going to be the next up-and-coming app, do you think?
Oh, God, if only I knew I'd be a millionaire.
You know, and I was thinking about that, too. Because I was like, these things they really do have a shelf life, where they're here, and then something else pops up, and everybody migrates over there. And it's like, why can't I think of what the next one is going to be?
Oh, like Zynga and MySpace. Those were my jams.
Did you had a MySpace?
No, for sure.
I love
would
MySpace.
spend hours.
That was my favorite.
Crazy.
I didn't want to go to Facebook. I didn't. For the record, I was so fine on MySpace. I loved it. I had everything set up the way I liked it. It was perfect. And I was like, I don't want to go to Facebook.
Mm.
And now look, everybody's left Facebook as well. Like, nobody wants to be there now anyway.
Yeah, Facebook will buy TikTok, believe it or not. I believe they will.
It probably will. Because they're taking a hit on, clearly Facebook and Instagram's taking a hit. What else do they own? They own Facebook and Instagram. Do they own anything else?
Well, I don't have Facebook or Instagram, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Good for you. Good for you. You're not missing anything. I still keep Facebook around because it's like, it's weird to say, but it's where I get like my news. Like, if anything's happening in the world,
yeah.
I just sort of scroll through Facebook and I was like, okay, I'm caught up on what's happening in the world. You know, now I can move on. But other than that, I hate it. I haven't made a post in years. I haven't posted anything on there.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the same number since high school. If you want to get in touch with me, figure it out.
Yeah, that's true too, you know.
All right, I have two more closing statements real quick before I go because someone's commenting on your page that someone keeps beeping and calling in, so I'm so sorry. I'm holding your line.
Go ahead.
One, that Texas caller, he needs to take a Xanax, smoke a blunt, or drink something. He is way too stressed out about the current situation. If you're not doing anything to help it calm down,
okay,
there's nothing that you can do as a civilian in Texas. Please just breathe and enjoy the life that you have in front of you.
Okay, I like it. I like it. It's wisdom.
Second thing.
Yeah.
I called last week, and I was the truly drinker.
Oh, right on. Well, why didn't you say so when I didn't know this was you. Like, what's going on here? Did you watch the or listen to that episode yet?
I had to search for it, and I was like, "Wow, I sound like a drunk idiot."
You found it though.
I did on YouTube, number 6.
I love it. YouTube Drive-By Night Show number 6, so good. You know, like, and I'm not even saying anything bad. That I enjoyed that conversation. I enjoy this conversation. You do sound a little different, though.
Oh, a little bit more sober.
Either way, I think you're great. Either way.
Oh, well, thank you. I feel like your name is Kenneth. What is your name?
It's not Kenneth. I'll tell you that much. My name is Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Mark.
I don't seem like a Mark.
No, you're definitely a Mark. I don't know why.
Okay. No, that's okay. That's okay. I've kind of lived into that name. Like, I don't know if I was from day one, but I've kind of worked myself into being a Mark. But that's becoming a very old-fashioned name these days. Like, nobody's naming their
Marky Mark.
Fuck him. Like, you realize, like, I was young when that came out, and like that's the thing. People come up to me, oh, what's your name? Oh, like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. And I'm like, no, not like that at all. But thank you for telling me that for the millionth time in my life. You know,
Wow,
that
yeah,
guy,
that's clever.
that guy's ruined that name.
Okay, stop. I actually have a massive crush on Mark Wahlberg, so don't do him dirty, please.
Well, if I ever meet the guy, him and I are gonna have words. I'm calling out Mark Wahlberg right here on the Drive By Night Show. I dare you to call in, Mark Wahlberg, so I can tell you what I feel about that Marky Mark name of yours. So there it is. I shouted it out. Let's get Mark Wahlberg on the line. Who's ever got connections, send that message back to Marky Mark. Let him know I got a few words for him.
Also, if he's listening, whoever has the unedited version of his GQ pictures with the underwear, I will take all of those copies.
Really? There's an unedited version.
I'm hoping.
Have you looked on eBay? It might be there or something. I don't know.
Good call. I'm going to go and look that up.
Yeah. I think you should. Okay, was that it? Was that the points
yes.
you wanted to tell me
Those
about?
are my two.
Okay. Well, I'm good with it. So next week you're gonna drink and call the show next week, every other week.
Mark, I am drinking. I'm just not as drunk.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay.
But for sure, I will be your Thursday drunk caller.
All right, I like it. It'll become a thing.
For sure.
And one of these days you'll just be answering my chat for me.
Yes.
I can't, like, I am so far behind on it. People are talking about, like,
sometimes I go in there and I answer. But I love that you go through and you're like, I don't know what that means. It's like, Mark, you weren't there for the conversation.
Yeah.
They're commenting on the conversation.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been tough for me to, like, figure out I don't even know what to do with it at this point. Like, do I just go to the do I go to the end and work my way up? Maybe I'll do that.
That will confuse you even more.
Okay. I wish they had like a time step. Okay, somebody says I use Twitter for news, based on my comment about Facebook for news. Okay, this is good. I'm glad I came down here.
Yeah.
Somebody is barking at you. It says means somebody else is calling. They're saying to you.
Oh, gotta go.
They're saying, what's that beep that keeps going off?
Oh.
Means people are calling. Actually, nobody's called in a while.
Because I'm talking, my friend.
Yeah. No, we've let me look. We got 17 and a half minutes here. Okay,
I'm so sorry.
Here we go. Someone's saying, when I was in high school, couldn't wait to get out. Then I spent my life wishing I could go back. And there you go. There's
No, not fair.
You would never go back?
No. I mean, you go through high school, and whatever the fuck happens to you in high school, you live and you learn, and you move on from it. You know, like, there's so much more in life than high school.
Well, no, I 1,000,000% agree with you. But there's that old saying, if you knew what you knew now, you could go back and do it all over, would you?
No.
Knowing what you know now.
No, because I wouldn't know what I know now if I didn't go through what I went through.
It's true. And it's really a silly conversation to have with somebody anyway, because it's not even possible. But I don't know. No, I don't want to go back either. Believe me, I don't. The only thing that I liked about it was just being like young and being invincible and be able to run like 5 miles and not feel like I'm gonna die. Just eat.
But remember, you told me you quit smoking.
Yeah, but I could eat whatever I wanted, and I never gained a pound. I could sleep. I could sleep too. I could sleep for like 12 hours, like that. I can't sleep like I wake up. I can't sleep like I used to. I miss.
Oh, I haven't hit that point. I will sleep for 24 hours.
You're lucky. You're lucky. It hit me in life, and it's like I can't sleep. like
Mark,
that
it's
anymore.
called depression.
I'm
Try it out.
I'm not depressed about anything, honestly. I just haven't been able to sleep for years. It's horrible.
I'm saying the sleeping, like being able
Oh,
to sleep. It's called depression.
you know,
Try it out.
I did try that out years ago, and thankfully I worked through it. But you're right. I remember being at a point in my life where there were days where I would come home from work, go to sleep, and then sleep until I had to go to work the next day. You know,
For sure.
that's awful.
It's a great diet.
Hell yeah, you're not eating a lot. I'll tell you that. And you're just sleeping the whole time. You know, but there you go. I'm reading the chat. Crazy how the person who invented the internet probably made so much money but got no recognition. Al Gore. Al Gore invented the internet.
Definitely has recognition.
There you go. All right. Well, anything else going on tonight, or are we going to wrap it up?
I'm going to wrap it up until next Thursday.
Okay. I will be here, and I'll. Here we go. I'm going to. What am I doing here? Add call. Oh, I don't know. I think I got to get. I don't know how to.
What are you struggling with, Mark, over here? You need me in your life. I need to hear it.
I'm adding you to the contacts so I know when you call the next time. I don't know what to call you other than Georgia.
I mean, I don't like that name, but...
I'll know who you are unless you want to give me a different name.
It's Maggie.
Okay. You are officially saved into the contacts, so I will know the next time you call.
All right. Swag. Talk to you later.
All right. Have a good night. See ya.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Okay. I got a call from Georgia. Called in last week, called in this week, and there you go. A lot of fun. And the chat's just so out of control right now that I just don't know. Someone's saying I need a co-host. Yeah, I think I need a co-host. It feels like it's kind of getting to that point. Anyway, if anybody's just jumping in, this is the Drive-By Night Show. Phone line is open. There's the number. If you want to call in, go for it. We just talk really about whatever. The only rule is just to be cool. Maggie, who just called, very cool. She can call anytime. If you want to see old shows, what they're like, I have them all archived on YouTube at All the Rides. If you want to support the show, go to YouTube and subscribe at All the Rides. I would really appreciate it. Also this week, I've turned this into a podcast. You can find it on Spotify under Drive-By Night Show. If you just search for that, believe it or not, this will pop up. And if you just want to listen to it rather than watch it on YouTube, you can do that also. Point of all this is it's out there, so you can find it. And let's go. I'm just jumping to the end of the chat. I'm so sorry if anybody wrote anything so fascinating in there, but there were just hundreds of chats that I got behind on, and I just don't think I can keep up with all of it. Okay. Think we're good. Phone line is open. I'm going to drive around. This is the Drive-By Night Show, after all. And this is really like the first dead spot that we've hit tonight. 2 hours in, and we're finally just like giving me a second to breathe here. We got about 1 hour left in the show. So get those phone calls in. I'll try and keep up with the chat again. It doesn't sound like the phone's going to ring as crazy as it was earlier. And there you go. Whew. It's been a good show, I think, overall. It started off real erratic, real crazy, and then it's just settled down a little bit, and I think it's turned out to be a pretty good one. And we still got an hour left, so it's not in the books yet. There's still a chance to call. Last week, the show got totally derailed when a caller called in and talked about making chili cheese fries. And I was just so fascinated by chili cheese fries, so I asked the recipe, and we talked all about it. And then from then on out, I just made the rest of the show only about chili cheese fries, and I started calling it the Chili Cheese Fries Show. And I had a lot of fun doing that, and it was just this weird organic thing that sort of just happened. So if you got a recipe or you're eating some food and you want to call in and talk about that, I'm not opposed at all. People have called in with some prank calls tonight. Those aren't bad either. Just be prepared with them, and I don't mind. Just keep it sort of clean, and everything's okay. People have called in to promote their channels or videos or stuff that they're doing, and I don't mind that either. And then we've even had people call in and sing songs before. So any and all of it is okay, or if you just want to call in and just talk about whatever, we can do that. Also, the chat says, I promise I have friends. I'm not just a poor little high schooler. Okay, good for you. I'm glad you have friends. Someone's now responding to that. I did not mean to diss you. I just know how mean people can be. Okay, so there's a continuation of the high school conversation going on in the chat, and that's fine. It's like something we just need to talk about. Anyway, so you guys just keep doing that in the chat. I'll leave you alone, but I do need a phone call right here. Where are we at? 402-853-8436 is the number. Pick up that phone. Just punch it in. What do you got to be worried about? There's been like 50 people that have called you tonight before. So they've all done it. You can do it as well. It's just quiet. We got 8 new voicemails, no new text messages, and this is the Drive-By Night Show. So a few people just jumped in. The phone line is open, 402-853-8436. You got to call. I can't just sit there and do this for 50 more minutes. Thank you, Maggie. I'm glad you responded, and I just followed you. And yeah, you guys have that sweet high school conversation. Let them know high school stinks, and you would never go back, and none of us want to go back, and they'll eventually never want to go back. So there you go. I guess we should have just stayed on the call, Maggie, because nobody else wants to call in tonight. I don't know what's going on. We're just sitting here waiting for a call. Filling dead air, as they say. All I'm going to start doing is to start to promote stuff, I guess. I put a TikTok video up today earlier, and it was removed because it violated community standards. Has anyone had their TikTok videos removed? And what were your stories behind it? What did you end up doing? Did you delete it? Did you dispute TikTok about it and say there's nothing wrong with this? How did you feel about it? I felt pretty crappy about it when it happened today. I didn't think it was that bad, but they just deleted the darn thing. Okay, we got New Jersey on the line here. Drive-By Night Show, how are you?
Hey.
How's it going?
Where are you? Are you close?
Not really. How about you?
Very funny. Are you on your way? You got my text with the address, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think so. What's the address?
Why do you keep saying that?
Well,
Your place is really close to mine, but I thought you'd be here sooner.
Well, I had a flat tire.
Look, I don't usually do this, and it's so late. You seemed so nice the other night, and I'm just so attracted to you.
I mean,
we can talk more when you get here. How close are you?
It's only 10 o'clock. It's not that late.
I don't want to distract you if you're driving.
Well, I pulled over just for this phone call.
You've just been pranked by prankdial.com.
That's awesome. Thank you for that call, New Jersey. I really appreciate it. I think that's the same person that's called with that a few times over the shows, and it's awesome. So you can call in with that stuff anytime you want in New Jersey. I do appreciate those prank calls. Maggie's saying, I mean, I can call back until you get another caller. Well, New Jersey called in with the prank call, but now I'm kind of waiting for a conversation to come in. We got 50 minutes left in the show. This is the Drive-By Night Show. We take phone calls. We talk about whatever. Just call the number. Don't be shy. Everyone likes to watch. It's a lot of fun. It's more fun if you call in. How many miles have you drove doing Uber? A lot. I mean, I used to average about 40,000 miles a year. That's, an estimate around there. And then you do that by 7.5 years, so that's 300,000 miles. That's a lot. I don't even know. What is 300,000 miles? Couldn't I have driven around the world like several times at that point? It seems like I'd be able to. Drive-By Night Show, that's what this is. If you want to see past episodes of this show, go to YouTube. At all the rides and all the older episodes are up there. You can watch those. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps to support this show a lot. You're right, the moon is 220,000 miles or something. So you're absolutely right. I could have driven to the moon and like a third of the way back. So that's, wow. You put that into perspective. That's kind of scary, isn't it? Yeah, like I said, go to YouTube, subscribe at all the rides. I'd really appreciate it. I put this show up on, it's on Spotify right now. If you search Drive-By Night Show, you can find the podcast. There's like 7 episodes up there. If you want to listen to this in your free time or if you're at work, go for it. But it's all there, and these things would just help to support the show, and I'd really appreciate it. But what really supports the show in the immediate right now is if you just call me. I really need a phone call. Got about 45 minutes left, so come on. We got something we want to talk about here. The chat's saying you need a big gas tank, though, to drive to the moon. And you're right. I don't even think a hybrid or an electric car could get to the moon. In about 220,000 miles, something like that, without Googling it off the top of my head. Okay, we got Ohio on the line. Thank you, Ohio. Drive-By Night Show, how are you?
Hey, great. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well tonight. Thank you so much for calling. What's going on?
Yeah. Oh, you looked kind of bored there. You said
I was
for a phone call.
I'm looking for a phone call. I'm on the third hour of the show here. Where, we did 2 hours of the show, and the phone wouldn't stop. It rang, like, nonstop for 2 hours, and then, like, the last 15 minutes, it's just been quiet. So I appreciate you bailing me out here.
Oh, yeah. So are you up to anything fun tonight besides the show?
No, not really. Like, I worked earlier today. And I ate, got ready for this, came out and did it. And I'm literally, after this, I'm going to go home, and I'm just going to sit on the couch, and I'm trying to find a new show to watch. But I can't really, I tried getting into Mr. Robot, and I think I like it, but I'm not at the point where I want to, like, binge it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what kind of shows are you into? Just anything, or like crime, mystery? What are you into?
Yeah, crime and mystery aren't bad. I like sci-fi a lot. Drama. I have a hard time with comedies, really. Comedies don't make me laugh. So I like a drama, a mystery, science fiction, horror maybe. What do you think?
Let me whip out the Netflix here and let me scroll through and see what recommendations I have.
Okay, I like it. Like I said, yeah. I'm in between shows, and that's like it's a weird feeling. Like you almost feel empty when you don't have something to go home to and turn it on. I don't know.
I know you said you're not into the comedy thing, but one show I've really been interested in for a while now, my last season is Shameless. I really like that show, but you got to be into the crude humor for that.
Yeah, I don't mind crude humor. I'm not against it. Now, I started Shameless. Okay, I think I watched 7 or 8 episodes. I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
These people, this family, like what was going on in my head? They were like making it sound like they're the only dysfunctional family in the world. They're the only family that's ever gone through this. Their lives are more important than anyone else's lives because they have this unique family that nobody else in the world has, and look at us, blah, blah, blah. I got tired. It felt like patronizing to me after a while.
Oh, yeah, I get what you mean. You have to... Yeah, now that you say that, I don't know if I'll be able to watch it.
I don't want to... But I love William H. Macy. Like, he's an amazing actor, and that's what got me to tune into it. And I don't...
Oh, yeah, he plays that part good.
He does. I liked him on the show. It was just the rest of his family, like his daughter, the one who's in charge or whatever. She's just, wakes up and she's the general. And she's got to... Well, I got to whip everything into shape because Dad's a drunk. And look at how important my life is. And she just got on my nerves after a while.
Well, you have to think of it from her perspective. Would you be the same way if you were in her shoes? How would you handle it?
I think I would handle it fairly similar. But I wouldn't go around with this big ego trip that nobody has ever dealt with these situations in their life except me and our family. We're the only ones.
Only one.
That's how it feels.
Yeah,
That's how it feels.
Let's see. If that's not your cup of tea, let's look. I'm watching one right now.
Okay.
They're on season 2. It's 50 Cent was the producer for it. It's called For Life. I like that one. It's just a drama.
Okay.
It could never happen in real life, but it makes a good TV show.
I don't mind that at all. I don't need realism. For Life.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. It's about this guy who's wrongfully arrested, put in prison for his life.
Okay.
And he somehow becomes a lawyer in prison and gets himself out.
There's some good, because I love a good prison drama. So is there like stuff like that involved in the show as well, like hard stuff in prison?
Yeah, stuff like that, like prison fights, that kind of stuff.
All right. That sounds pretty good, honestly. I think I could get into that.
That one's on Hulu. They're season 2. Season 2 is about to wrap up. What I really hate now is these new shows. They're working COVID into their timeline, and it's just like, I want to watch a show to get away from that.
Yeah, right.
And in 10 years, when we're watching these shows, it's going to be about that. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, do you feel like that'll just become dated like so fast? Like in 2 years, you're going to be like, what are they talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I don't, like for me, it's like timeless shows and movies and stuff like that. Is like you got to go with themes that have been around for hundreds, thousands of years. Like it's when you try and like sneak in like this popular thing that's happening like today, it can really like kind of date you really quick, I found.
Yeah, because look at shows like Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
The first, I don't like the show, but the first season is still kind of relatable as to now, 20 years later.
Okay.
So that's what they need to do in shows instead of working in daily life stuff. But that's just me.
No, I'm the same way. Like it's like you watch some show that's a little older and they're talking about like what are happening at that time, and immediately I'm just so not interested in what they're talking about.
Yeah, already lived it once, don't need to live it again.
It's true. So yeah, I think you're right about the COVID thing. I think it's going to be lame to have that in your show. It is like those shows aren't going to play well a few years from now. Unless COVID's like still like exactly like it is today. I don't know.
I don't think it will, especially with the vaccine coming out and everything. I don't think it'll be too prominent, at least in the next year. It might be around, but not like locking ourselves in our house.
I sure hope so, man. I'm ready to get out and stretch my legs. You know.
Yeah. Take a trip. Just
Take
get
a
in the
trip.
van and
I want
start driving.
I do. I want to go. I just want to take a road trip. Just go somewhere, and then just like go into a bar and drink like all of their beer, and you know, and then just like drive. Well, not the next day. Drive somewhere else. You know, and go wherever. I don't even care where I go. I just want to go somewhere.
You're in Nebraska, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Gee.
What?
You could probably.
You can get to, the good thing about it, like, believe me, it's not the perfect place to live, but
Yeah.
you can get a lot of places, because I'm dead in the center, so I can get to a lot of places within a day's drive, you know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm in Arizona.
Oh, you're in Arizona. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're in Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can be to Grand Canyon in an hour and a half, Zion in a day, Yellowstone probably in a day and a half, Sequoia in a day, LA in a day.
Yeah.
It's a great place to be, even though I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm within driving distance of all these places.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it's like if I want to go to Denver or Chicago, I can get there in 8 hours, you know. I can go to Dallas. I can go to Minneapolis. I can go to Kansas City, St. Louis, Nashville.
I don't know if you'd want to go to Kansas City or St. Louis.
I love those. Those cities are amazing. I love those cities. They're so good.
Oh yeah, I've been to St. Louis a couple of times. It's one of those places I would never really have to go again. It's just it seems run down to me, but that's just me.
I get it. It's an odd town, and it's kind of a dying town too. Like a lot of people have moved out of it, so a lot of it's just sort of falling apart, you know. But I just kind of like those like sort of rustic, half broken like Midwest cities. Like they just do something for me. I don't know why.
Well, I lived in one for 18 years of my life, so I'm done with that.
Never going back.
Never.
Okay.
No, I can go back to visit for like a week or two, and then I'm just like, nope.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. You know, and it's like I've moved out of the Midwest. You know, I lived on the West Coast, and it's like, yeah, I came back, and I'm just like, what am I doing here? You know, but at the same time, it is in my blood. You know, I really am like that person. You know, and I don't know. It's comfortable, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing or not. But like,
yeah.
I just understand the Midwest more than I understand like anything else in this life.
There's not much to understand about the Midwest. It's kind of just there.
It is there. Anyway, you lived in Ohio.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Well, what gave that away? The phone number?
The phone number. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, why are you saying? You've called me before, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
I thought you had. And it was early on, maybe like in the first week or two.
I've called you. This is probably my third time. I do it whenever you're sitting there and you say that you're bored.
Dude, you're like my bailout. You're like
you can call me that.
You're like my what do they call that? The with the parachute, like the ripcord or whatever.
The
I don't know.
Standby.
Yeah, what am I trying to say? I have no idea. But thank you though. I'm gonna go check out For Life. I think because
yeah,
I just
check it out. Let me know how it goes.
I will. Now my only problem with it is I don't have Hulu at home, but my girlfriend's got Hulu at her place, so and I'll be over there soon enough. But then there's that problem. Well, I mean I should, but I think she already like has it handed out to, how many other. I don't know if she can hand it out to any more people. I think it's stretched pretty thin as it is.
I don't know one person that actually pays for Netflix besides the person I steal it from.
I pay for Netflix. I pay. You know what? I have been a Netflix. I jumped on to Netflix in 2003.
Oh, so you were getting the DVDs
Yes,
in the mail?
I still get the DVDs. I still get DVDs. Yes, I do.
Gee.
No.
I don't even have a DVD player.
Why not? Well, I mean, you can play them in a Blu-ray player. DVDs play in a Blu-ray.
Nope. Not a Blu-ray.
Not a Blu-ray.
I don't even have a video game console anymore. My computer doesn't have a DVD drive.
That's crazy, man. You have no way to play a disc.
No. If I had to, I'd probably have to buy a $20 DVD player from Walmart.
That's true. That's true. You know, I was cleaning out my house the other day. I am moving soon, and I just found a DVD player in my closet that had been sitting in there for like 10 years, and I was like,
Is it a combo DVD VCR?
No, it's a straight DVD. I think my mom still does have a combo VCR DVD player that actually works.
I wouldn't even know where to find one. I'd go thrift store shopping, but they won't even take them usually.
You probably not, and I wouldn't think anybody has manufactured one of those in several years at this point.
Yeah, I read an article about the last company that was making them over in China or Japan. They stopped like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
They made the combos, and I'm like, the last time I remember seeing one is, I didn't graduate school too long ago. Was probably middle school, so that's probably been 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, that seems about right though. That was kind of their last leg of it, you know, and it's fine. Like, but I still have. I have a DVD player, I have a Blu-ray player, I have a VCR, I still have like, I don't know, maybe 20 VHS in my house for some reason. But
home videos or just videos in general?
Both. I've got some stuff that I've, recorded over the years that's just still sitting on tape, and I haven't dealt with it, so it's just on tape.
Probably get that moved over before it doesn't exist anymore.
It's true, and they said that too about some of like those old like DVD minus and plus R's that you bought over the years and burned stuff onto, that like one of these days if you pop that thing in there just won't be anything on it.
Yeah.
Like they don't have like a super, like I think they thought they were going to have like 100-year shelf life, but they're already finding like some of them are just like stuff's already gone off of them.
Yeah, you need to get it put onto like even USB drives are going down, but
yeah, do you think it's all just cloud storage at this point?
That's all I use. I don't store anything anywhere but the cloud.
No hard drive.
So I don't put anything on my hard drive because I don't trust it. When I put it in the cloud, it's going to be
I hate to agree with you, just because I grew up with storage like that. Like my brain is like, you need a hard drive. That's what you store things on, and I haven't been able to convince my brain yet, because I got all this videos that I do for Uber and everything. It's like it's all just like sitting on. It's on like a couple hard drives, but I'm like, I don't even know.
Even my dash cam goes to the cloud, and I'd rather pay $6, $7, $8 a month and have a terabyte of cloud storage versus spending money on an expensive hard drive that A is going to either fail or B I'm going to lose or something. So I'd rather have that peace of mind and security of it being on Google servers, not on my servers.
Is that all it is? $6, $7, $8 a month?
Depending, yeah. That's usually what I pay.
Yeah.
Every service is different, but
sure.
Yeah, that's just me. The only thing I probably store stuff on is probably my phone. That's really the only thing I have actual storage and store stuff on. That's going to be my phone. My laptop doesn't have anything on it.
Yeah. Like I said, I just got to get my brain like rewired into this, but you're inspiring me here to look into it, because I had a hard drive on, like I got an iMac, and whatever, it had like a terabyte built-in hard drive on it, and the whole thing just like, I think it was like the video card on it like was just gone, like just blew up. So
Yeah.
like the hard drive is there. It's not affected, but I gotta like, open up that iMac and pull out that hard drive and then connect it to another Mac or something, and I just haven't done it. But that hard drive's been sitting in there for like 2 years now.
Are you confident that you can do it? Is that the reasoning, or
Maybe.
is it just that you don't want to?
I mean, I just bought another iMac, and I just started
Mhm.
doing my thing on that, and I sort of forgot about the old one. Like I've watched some videos, and I feel like I feel like I could figure it out. I just haven't like found that day where I'm like, okay, it's time to like tear open this old Mac and get this stuff, because there's stuff on there that I want, but clearly it's not that important if I've gone 2 years without it.
Here's what you can do.
All right.
I work for Apple, so this is kind of my expertise.
All right.
I don't know if you have an Apple store up there. If you do,
Yeah.
make a Genius Bar appointment, and they will transfer the data for you for free. Usually that's if, and you said the video card broke in, they should still be able to help you. They'll be able to transfer the data from the old one into the new one for you.
You're telling me they're going to do it for free?
99% of the time, yeah. That's how they keep you in their ecosystem.
Just because it's an Apple product and they're like, these things don't break, and
Not that they want you to keep buying Mac.
I mean, I will. I've been buying Macs for over 20 years now. Like I love them.
And yeah, they're tickled to death if you come in there with your Windows computer and you're like, I want all this stuff put on my Mac.
Okay. No, I haven't had a Windows computer since the 90s. Worst hunk of junk I ever owned in my life. It was.
I feel you there. I have to have one for my second job, and I hate it.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I bought an IBM like Windows 98, brand new in the store, and that thing had a 4 gigabyte hard drive on it.
I was going to ask if it was 256 megabytes or if it was a gig, but
no.
Sounds like you were balling out there with 4.
4 gigabytes. Like, I had that thing, like, within 2 days. It was like, you got to delete stuff off this computer, pal. You're running out of space. And I was like, this is crazy, man.
I remember my IT teacher from when I was in school.
Yeah.
He was, probably in his 50s. He worked for IBM back in the day, but he said his first computer, the salesman told him 256 megabytes. He'd fill it up in probably about a couple of years. If he got 512 megabytes, he would never fill it up in his life.
In his lifetime.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I wish you would have gotten some, like, guarantee, like, well, we'll give you $1 million if you fill up that 500 megabytes,
Geez, then they'd be bankrupt.
For real. Can you imagine? And so that what year were you saying that was, like the 60s or 70s or something?
Late 70s, 80s.
70s or 80s. Okay. And
like DOS time.
Yeah, sure, man. Sure. Which is amazing because a lot of companies still use DOS though. It's just nuts. Like, when's that ever going to go away?
Never, because people are afraid of change.
I guess. Or at this point, would it, like, some of those old programs, to reprogram them in a modern way would just be so cost prohibitive that you just can't do it.
Well, even my second job, they have a ton of programs that will only work on Internet Explorer.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. Like, I hate Internet Explorer, and it shouldn't exist, but all these companies, and it's not just this one. There are thousands of softwares out there that will only work on, like, Windows 7, Windows XP with Explorer.
Yeah, no, because they were like, this is the computer of the future. This thing's going to last for 50 years. We'll just, program everything designed to this thing. And now you're like, it's horrible.
Nothing we can do about it. That's why we don't get paid to make the big decisions, I guess.
I guess. But, but we still got to, like, suffer through poor interface and slow, clunky Windows computers,
Yeah. Did you happen to work? What made you choose an Apple computer? Just because you have that terrible Windows one? Or?
No, it really wasn't. It was for video editing. I was making movies. I was a filmmaker, and I needed at that time, like, Windows couldn't do anything like that. And and the Apples, they had like the graphics card and the programming, the software for it that was just leaps and bounds above anything that Windows had at the time. And so I really spotted it for editing videos, and I've just never looked back. I've never even thought about getting a PC. I'm sure they'd be fine. You could find a good one now that could edit videos, but I don't even care. Mac was there.
Yeah.
Mac was there for me when I needed them, and I'm loyal to that, honestly. And they work great. Like, you know, save for, like, I've worked like four Macs to like death. I've literally worked them to the grave, you know. But they were strong. They were dependable. I could always rely on them, you know. So that
reminds me of the you remember the Mac PC, like I'm PC commercials?
Yep, sure.
That just sparked that memory in my mind. I remember all of those. But yeah, some of the Windows computers, they can do editing, but no one uses them for that anyways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And anybody that I knew, like any other people doing videos and artists and graphic designers, and these are all like the people that I was like working with and hanging out with, and everybody had a Mac. So I was like, I'm getting a Mac. You know, this is what all the cool kids have anyway. You know, this is what all the artists have. So this is what I'm getting. You know, and
do you use Final Cut, or what do you use?
Premiere Pro.
Premiere?
I used Final Cut for years. And then they like abandoned it though at one point. I know they've like worked it up again, but there was a certain point in like the, you know, I don't know, it was like late 2007, 8, 9 or something. They just sort of like abandoned, quit updating it, and everyone kind of migrated over to Premiere Pro at that point. And now I'm just so comfortable with Premiere Pro that, and it works. They keep it like up to date, you know.
Yeah, even as someone that works with Apple, it's like if you want to do photo editing, if you want to do movie editing, you don't do anything but Adobe.
Yeah.
Even, you know, Final Cut's okay if you're making like YouTube videos or like editing your TikTok videos, but if you're making anything more than 20 minutes, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, and I've had like, you know, 2-hour like movies that I've edited in Premiere Pro, you know, and it's like I just like the system better at this point. I'd be curious to see what the latest Final Cut was all about, but I'm not gonna buy it though. Like if somebody had it, I'd play around with it. But it's kind of like at this point too, though. They just work a certain way. There's not that much more else you can do with editing software. Like it can pretty much do everything. I mean, I'm sure they'll think of something, but what else can they think of with it?
I mean, that's what they said in the 90s whenever they came out with Windows 2000, Windows, you know, Me. That's what they...
You're right. And I'm sounding like... I guess maybe what I'm trying to say is, like, let's just say, like, I record, like, these Uber videos, you know, and I put them up on TikTok. It's like, the way that I edit those, there's no like, editing system in the future that's going to make it better or easier for me than to edit those videos like I'm doing today. Like, that part of the editing software is, like, pretty much locked in, I feel like. Just the timeline, the cutting, importing, exporting, you know. Now, and if you want to talk about like certain video effects and bells and whistles and maybe like more transitions and whatever, like a lot of that stuff could definitely keep improving.
Whenever AI takes over and starts editing the videos for us, I'm going to give you a call.
Okay. What What do you think will be different about an AI edited video versus a human?
I don't, maybe like just like you said, the effect, but the faster realizing it's going to learn where you want to cut it, how long your video is going to be. It's going to, I don't know. That's why they don't pay me the big bucks. But
do you think that's something that AI can learn and become really good at, or does that one of those intrinsic things that like it has to have a human touch to it?
AI can learn anything.
Okay.
Okay. Facial recognition, AI can learn anything.
Yeah.
If it sits there and you teach it and it sits there and watches you long enough, it's pretty scary actually. What AI can do. It has its own brain.
Yeah, no, I get it. But does it have that like gut instinct that like a painter has? Like the reason that the painter's putting this blotch over here, can AI in the future make that sort of decision like on their own out of nowhere, or you know what I mean?
I feel like because it's going to learn what humans like.
Okay, but
well,
but the beautiful thing about art and expression is like there's a formula that artists have followed, writers, painters, for many years. There is a formula there, but then it's that certain person that sort of like breaks it into this new sort of form that's amazing, and then we all go follow that. Could AI do something like that, like invent something?
Yeah, I feel like it, because this is probably years in the future from now. What happens whenever they start taking out this famous painter's brain and have some kind of machine that can decipher it? And then, I don't know, almost like bringing the living back, bringing the dead back to the living.
Right. Well, but
when's that going to happen?
I don't know. You can emulate, but I think what human beings have that I would have no idea how you could replicate this into AI, but it's the subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll find that most of your best ideas that you'll ever come up with in your life are from your subconscious, and they've been kicking around. It's been mulling it over. It's been, guessing this way and that way, and then your subconscious finally comes up with a solution, and then it reveals it to you.
Yeah.
How would that be? That's so fascinating. Like how you could like emulate that into AI. I don't even know.
I don't know either. Can we? That's the whole thing. Is that something we're ever going to be able to come up with?
Yeah. But I feel like in my mind, my pea brain, that's what sort of differentiates a human mind from an artificial mind overall is the subconscious.
Yeah. I get that. And the fact of, but that brings us back to, 30 years ago, if I got in a, time machine and went back 30 years and said, hey, one day we're going to be able to teach computers to recognize people's faces, write things, all of that, they would think I'm crazy and they'd burn me at the stake.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You are so right. And, it's like I'm from one of those kind of weird generations that has like really like when I was born, it was really like the Stone Age in a lot of ways. And I got to live half in that world and then half in like this new world, and the things that I've seen that have changed in my lifetime, like I could have never predicted or guessed would happen. So it's fun though. It's fun to watch it. Like this world just become a totally different place than what it was.
Yeah. Well, we never know.
Okay. Well,
maybe one day I'll be the person that comes up with a subconscious for AI.
That, you know what, man? Maybe I just gave you that thought, and stick that into your subconscious for a few years, and you can come up with a solution. Here's the question though that I have for you, and then we'll I'll leave you alone. But thank you for calling and filling
Yeah.
this slot on the show. It is the future bleak.
That's a loaded question.
Maybe that's too broad. Let's say, and then I wanted to say, is there hope for the future? But that's too broad as well.
No.
Are we going to be all right?
I have not experienced enough in life to answer that question, but seeing the way things are going, I don't think my grandchildren are going to be like my, generation's kids. I don't think they will be.
We're not going to get it figured out in time.
No. In regards to what, just human life in general, or?
Yeah, I guess, because it's what we are. It's all we know.
Look at our environment.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the stuff we're putting in the air, the trash we're putting in the ocean, all of that. It's
crazy.
When my grandchildren are around, they're going to be. It's just going to be depressing and garbage and almost like the movie WALL-E. Have you seen that?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like that. The world's going to be trashed, and we're going to have to move somewhere else and trash that place.
And that's an amazing thing that I've always heard that argument where people are like, oh, well, cool, we're learning how to like fly to Mars and we can live there one day.
So we can ruin it.
Yeah, but the amazing thing is like you already have the most perfect planet any of us could ever imagine or hope to find. It's like we just need to take care of the one that we already have rather than trying to like already think about like going to a different one.
Well, how do you know that we didn't do that already?
Well, I don't, and then you want to talk about a loaded question. It's like well, who really are the aliens? It's probably us. It's probably our ancestors are aliens,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody knows anything. Nobody knows where the hell any of us came from or how this all happened or started. And you can make all the theories that you want. It's probably closer to like a few like aliens were like sent here to preserve their species from whatever catastrophe happened elsewhere.
Someone's probably recording this and they're going to put us on some conspiracy theory page.
I don't care. But that's what late night shows are all about. There still is. There's this show called Coast to Coast. It's like an AM radio show, and they just talked about like aliens and UFOs and conspiracy theories. And it was a hugely famous show for a lot of years, and it's still on. But I just don't think people listen to it like they used to. But that was all
the radio more.
The what? I'm sorry.
When was the last time you listened to the radio? I haven't listened to it in years.
I listen to it every day, to be honest with you. I'm just in my car working, and I'll listen to like stuff on my phone, or I'll just listen to the radio, and it's just something like I'm just in my car like 8 hours a day, so I'm listening to something,
Yeah, and as we've discussed before, the car thing, I'm trying to stray away from being in my car so much. It's number one, I hate the depreciation it's putting on my car.
Oh yeah.
But I'm working on my taxes right now, and I track my miles, and I know this probably isn't a lie. I'm sure you did more. In the year 2020, I put like 7,000 business miles on my car.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, and it's newer. It's a 2018, I think. So it's not like it's super old, but not super new. But I'm trying to find stuff to do other than that. Are you in the same boat, or do you just not mind?
Do I not mind killing my car?
And killing your car, yeah.
I mean, I don't like killing my car. I just don't know of another viable solution that I can start doing where I can still keep working for myself and being free and paying my bills and scraping by.
I'll send you the link.
All right. I know there's stuff, but I don't want to sit at home all day either. Like I can do it for half the day, but I like getting out and moving around and going in and out of places. You know, it kind of keeps me going.
The new thing I've been doing is because I try to do the self-employed gig economy stuff because I hate having an actual job.
Me too. That's why I started doing it. I've been going strong for. I just had my 7.5 year anniversary.
With Uber?
Well, just being like, I haven't had a real job in 7.5 years.
One thing I did is, thanks to TikTok, I was pushed enough to get my notary commission, and I'm making good money doing that too. I'm making double what I made doing the deliveries. And I'm out and about mobile doing that as well. If you want to look into that.
So you're an authorized notarizer?
Yeah, I notarize documents and get paid $80 to $120 a pop.
I love it. How difficult is it to get that license or whatever?
It's not hard. In my state, all I have to do is, of course, pay them and send an application in. And that's it. And there's a website kind of like Uber for notaries. It sends you a notification, you accept it, you drive there, do it.
Dude, you're blowing my mind. Like, this sounds right up my alley. Like, this sounds perfect. I love
I'll send you the info. Just shoot me a follow back. I'll send you the info.
Well, yeah, I will. It's so hard because I don't know who's following me, and I got so many goddamn followers. And all I do, and like once I end these live streams, like my inbox is just like out of control. I don't know if there's any way you can.
Can this number take text? Or shoot you a text?
There you go. Do that. That's because nobody's sent a text tonight, so you're gonna be the only one. So I like that. Do that.
Now that you say that, you're going to get 70 text messages.
No, that'll work though. Honestly, that's a good idea.
Yeah, let's do that. You know, it's always worth a shot to do these new things. But yeah, it was great talking to you. Are you wrapping up?
Yeah, I'm getting there, but yeah, you as well, man. Thank you so much. I'll probably get in the chat here and close it up here in a few minutes. But I always appreciate the call, and hopefully we'll talk again one of these nights.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be scrolling through my lives and I'll see you begging someone to call in, so I'll call in for you.
I'm glad you're there for me. Truthfully, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you, man.
Okay, bye.
Okay, that was a long call, but nobody else was calling in, and this guy, my pal, is picking me up when nobody else is going to call, and I appreciate it so much. First 2 hours of the show were just nuts. Like the phone wouldn't quit ringing. Last hour, nobody wants to call. This show, the archive of it, is going to be up on YouTube on Saturday at all the rides. Go there and subscribe, please. It really supports the show, and you can see what those first 2 hours were like. And then I'm also putting it up on Spotify now as a podcast, so you can just search Drive By Night Show, and you can find all the past ones on Spotify if you want to listen to those. I'm going to get caught up with the chat here. As long as it's not Idaho, you're good. I don't know what that means. When I think about Idaho, I think about Napoleon Dynamite. I think that was Utah, not Idaho. Someone's saying, are you in Omaha? I'm very nearby Omaha. Someone's saying, today is my 34th birthday. Happy birthday. Someone's saying, happy birthday. Memphis. Someone says, I used to install Windows 3.1 off of 13 floppy disks. That's a true story. Floppy disks are a true story. Someone's saying, I need help. Someone's saying, proprietary. Someone's saying, hi. Someone's saying, say my name. Diddy Brendan. Did I say it right? You should send me some fire for that. Someone's saying, yes, it is bleak. Overpopulation and climate change will be our end. The future will be like idiocracy. I think the future already is like idiocracy in some ways. Someone's saying, my teacher believes that aliens call Anunnaki or something like that created humans to mine gold for them. Absolutely. Best theory I've heard is to say, what is this? Someone says, what do you do, kind sir? I drive Uber, deliver food, all that. Got a bunch of videos on TikTok. You can check me out driving drunk people around. It's a lot of fun. Somebody says they wanted to frowny face. Someone says, nope, it was Idaho. Is that true? Idaho or Utah? I believe you. I'm not doubting you. I just for some reason thought it Napoleon Dynamite was in Utah. All right, we got Texas calling in. About 5 minutes left in the show here. Let's see what we got. Drive by Night Show. How are you? Hello, Texas. Texas just hung up. Texas just didn't want anything. Idaho just reminds me of corn, and it hurts. You know, Idaho known for potatoes too, or am I just like have no idea what's going on in Idaho? I mean, I live in the corn husker state. That is the actual name of the state. The nickname or whatever you call it. Corn. When I think of Idaho, I think of potatoes. And now I need to think of Napoleon Dynamite. You know what I think it is with that Utah thing? The filmmaker, I'm trying to remember his name. I believe he did grow up in Utah or went to film school in Utah or something. And that might be what's in my brain. Someone's saying, first time here. Hey, back at you. We got 4 minutes left in the show. Call that number. First time here. Yes, land of famous potatoes in Idaho. So there you go. If you need some potatoes, go to Idaho. If you need some corn, maybe go to Nebraska. And a lot of corn. It's pretty good corn too, if you like that sort of thing. But not everybody likes corn. I don't know if there's anybody that doesn't like potatoes. If you don't like potatoes, I don't know what's going on there. You can do just about anything you want with potatoes. Okay, we're rambling on. 4 minutes left. If somebody wants to call in, I'm headed home. I'm on my way. I'll gladly take another phone call on the way. It's just up to you. Otherwise, we'll be back here again next Thursday from 8 to 11 Central Time. I don't know what time it is where you are. Oh, so what is this show about? This is the Drive By Night Show. We just take phone calls and we just drive around and talk with people. I know it doesn't seem like anything is going on right now, but believe me, 50 freaking people called earlier and we just talked about all sorts of stuff. But it's just starting to get to the end of the show. So if you want to see older shows while you're asking questions, you can go to YouTube at All the Rides and you can see what it's all about. Here comes a phone call in here. Don't go anywhere. We got California on the line. More than likely the last phone call of the night. Drive By Night Show, how are you?
Hello?
Hey, how's it going tonight?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing... You're on the live? Have you seen the show before?
Yeah, I'm on your TikTok right now.
Okay, I appreciate it. What's on your mind tonight?
Oh, nothing, just chilling by a fire.
Okay, is it cold in California tonight?
Oh, kind of chilly.
Okay.
It's actually...
So are you chilling at a fire like a fireplace or like outside, like an outdoor fire?
Outdoor fire.
Okay, those are the best anyway.
Yeah.
A couple beers tonight, or what's the party favors?
Oh yeah, a couple beers.
Okay.
Jameson.
Oh, nice. Just mix, sip, or shoot?
All of them.
Okay, I like it. Jameson's Jameson's just the best. It's just like, I never get sick of it. It's always a good whiskey to me, and it's never done me wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so I approve of that. So good. So you're just up, you gotta go work tomorrow. You got stuff to do tomorrow, or you just party all night?
We have work tomorrow. I do at least.
Okay. What time's that?
At 8. Right now it's
8:59.
Oh yeah, you're a couple hours before me, so that's not too late yet. Once it gets to like, what's the danger zone? Like, what's the time period where it starts to become dangerous?
Like 1 a.m.
Yeah, I agree. You got to get at least 6 hours, 5-6 hours. I feel like.
All right. Yeah.
There you go. Whoa.
All right, man. We'll let you drive.
All right, that's cool. I appreciate the phone call. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
All right,
have a blessed.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Okay, so there you go. That was California checking in, sitting outside by a fire, drinking some Jameson. And you know what? That sounds like a pretty good night. Too bad they have to work in the morning. And that is going to call us good for the show here tonight. Thank you, everyone, for calling in. I really appreciate it. For watching, for in the chat, all of that. I'm going to look at the chat here real quick, and then I'm going to call it good. We got... somebody says, Idaho, Illinois, or Iowa, Corn State, do you know Jesus? Nebraska Cornhuskers, go Big Red. He's my cousin. I just remember driving with my grandma through Illinois and Iowa, and it was nothing but corn. It's the same in Nebraska too, more or less. Thank you. I'm by the fire. It's me. Hello, where are you at? I called Minnesota here. Sorry, guys. The show is over. I really appreciate it. We'll be back here next Thursday, 8 o'clock Central. Go to YouTube, all the rides. Watch the old ones. Watch my TikToks. Love everything. Good night.